have a maple leaf tattooed on your hand?
I do not have maple leaf.
I thought that was like a Canadian law that everybody gets branded with it.
It's a birthmark. It's not a tattoo. We're just born that way.
Birthmark.
We've had so many people DMing us and leaving comments on our YouTube videos about how terrible Trombone Champ's going to do and the company's going to go bankrupt. To see it do so well on launch day was just like, you know what? That guy can kiss my ass.
You lose 85 pounds, you shave your beard, you put some glasses on, people are like, oh, it's not even, they don't look like you anymore.
Yeah, what the fuck? Get fat and grow a beard, damn it.
Like, he's already biased because he didn't get what he wanted. He wanted Alien Isolation. If you want Alien Isolation, asshole, go play Alien Isolation. I very firmly believe that there's many games out there that are epically great flat games that are absolutely better in VR. Not every game.
Oops, start it again. Oh, I can't hear you. Hold on, y'all. We may be having some technical difficulties. Sorry, y'all. Just give us another minute here, and we are going to fix the issue. Sorry, y'all. Just give us another minute here. I blame Todd for the technical difficulties. Yeah, so do I. So while Eric gets his audio rolling, let's say hi to some chat. Let's see, we got Lou Does Reviews. Ola, what's up, man? Old Darth, how's it going? Salvador 2390, how's it hanging? Thanks for coming. We got Space Gnome TV. What's up, people of Earth? People of Earth, speak for yourself, man. We got Hussein X. Hello, all. What's up, Hussein X? I haven't seen you in a minute. Heroku. Where'd you guys get those lights? Need one for Impact Labs. Oh, dude, right? I know. They're pretty rad. Definitely could use some for Impact Labs as well. Who else we got here in chat? We've got Mickey Bear. Put on the subtitles. What's up, Mickey? How's it going? Eric's audio has completely exploded. There's fire and flames.
Hello, hello, hello. Check.
Oh, there he is.
This was fun. This was very fun. My GoXLR just decided to completely shit the bed right on intro.
Oh man, mine does that all the time, and you gotta like unplug it, plug it back in, reboot all the software. Oh man.
Do you know how awful that feeling is? Like literally, I'm like, I didn't even know it was wrong. Like I had no idea. Like I'm in my intro, and then like Skeeva's like, I don't hear you at all. I don't hear like I don't. He's like, wait a minute, hold on, I don't hear you. And I'm like, what? How do you? And then I'm like, is it Skeeva? Like Skeeva did something. Like Skeeva did
You
something.
instantly blame Skeeva.
And then all of a sudden it's just dead air, and I'm like, oh my god, Skeeva's got stage fright. He's not saying anything.
I was like waiting. I'm like, any second the audio is gonna kick back on.
I'm like, you're gonna have to handle the show, bro. Like you can start. Go ahead. And I'm like, you're just like, well, thankfully you said let's start saying hi to the chat. Unfortunately, we didn't have a ton of people in chat because we the show page. This is like a comical of errors tonight. Like the show page didn't go up on time because it was jammed up in the restream system. Nobody knew the show was going live. We go 20 minutes late because we got a whole bunch of issues. And then I go live and the fucking audio doesn't work at all. Ski was fired. Where's Todd? All right. Well, I can't not do my intro because that would just seem wrong. So I'm going to
pretend none of this happened up until your intro.
What is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this fine Tuesday evening? My name is Eric, and welcome to Reality Bytes. We are a weekly reality talk show that airs live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, where we go live to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Kick, LinkedIn. I think that's it. I think that's it. But if you cannot catch us live, you can always catch us afterwards on your favorite podcast platform, which we are starting to actually build a podcast audio audience over there, Skeeva. I don't know how or why, but all of a sudden Todd's been uploading stuff there. Well, that's usually what happens. If you upload stuff there, sometimes people go and listen to it. Funny how that is. When you don't upload anything, you don't get anybody listening to it. So I guess it's a good thing that we've been uploading stuff there. But if you cannot catch us live, go catch us over there on pretty much any podcast platform that you'd like to. So if you want to be working out, or if you want to be walking down the street and you just want to have your AirPods in or whatever and listen to us, you can always do that. But before we go any further, let me say hello to my partner from the great, dry, heated southwest of Arizona. He's the king of sing, the sultan of SWAT, and the commander of cool. Skeeva, what's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm all right, man. That's a pretty good intro. I don't know about the commander of cool, as I sat there like, what do I do? The commander of not cool.
Oh man, I was impressed that you at least you did good. Like that was a bad thing that happened in the beginning, and you took it well. You kind of froze a little bit in the beginning, but then you took it well. You got into the chat. You started talking to everybody.
I started looking around. I'm like, maybe I'm the only one that can't hear him. And then I went to YouTube, and it was dead there too. So I was like, okay, I better talk.
That was the thing that was freaking me out the most. Was I didn't know if it was me or if it was you at that point. So I'm like, maybe it's Skeeva. Maybe. And then I'm like, well, can people hear me? Because I'm like, they're gonna hear me going, hello. Can it? Oh man, that was fun. But hello everybody, how are we doing tonight? Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. I apologize, the show page went up super late. Just again, like just a force of errors. Like Restream had a problem tonight. I put the show page up super early this afternoon, and it got jammed up in the system and just did not want to force everything live. And we just never went and looked. And I didn't see, and the page had never gone up. So we put it up maybe like 15, 20 minutes ago. So apologize for that. I guess Skeeva, next time that kind of like warns me to never just assume it goes up and make sure I always go check and look. But good thing to do. But we are back, which is awesome. 2 weeks in a row. I love that. We went live last Tuesday. We're live again this Tuesday, which is nice. Starting to get a little bit more consistency. Yeah, cadence, consistency. I like that. We're gonna try and be more regular and do that. Hopefully, I think there's a good, very, very good chance that we'll be here again next Tuesday. And as we get closer to Christmas, we'll see how that goes. But I think we're gonna be here for a good while, kind of doing this on every Tuesday, and it's working out good. Skeeva, what do you think?
I think so too. And Todd was actually here when we started the show, and then he crashed, and now he's frozen in his office.
Frozen Todd.
Someone's gonna go reboot Todd.
Yeah,
And maybe he'll hop in here.
the rebooted Todd. I say we don't need him. It's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's on fire. I promise. Everything's fine. Don't let him know that this happened because we'll never hear the end of it, Skeeva. Ever. Never.
I don't know what you're talking about. Everything is fine.
But thanks for everybody coming tonight. We have a really cool show. Me and Skeeva are going to hang out. We may see Todd come in later. He had some things he had to take care of tonight with his fam. So we may see him stop in at some point and join us. But if not, we will take it and we will rock and roll with it just like we always do. But we're going to talk about some cool stuff today, Skeeva. I would love to talk about a couple of announcements, some game announcements dropping out of the blue. And I would love to talk about games like dropping and like shadow dropping and what that entails and how that works and when it works well and when it doesn't work well. But I believe that we've had a couple of things shadow drop in November. And then one, I think just now in December, early December, that one did well in November, one didn't do well in December. And I'm gonna pick them out and point at them and trying to see what the difference is and see why that happened that way. But I want to talk about some news on hardware too, because we discussed a lot of the Valve Index last week. We talked a lot about the viability, and the popularity increase that we're seeing on the PlayStation platform. But now, with some announcements, Skeeva, I think we're going to see another headset kind of jump in here and actually start to be viable as a headset or glasses for gaming. We're going to talk about Google a little bit. With their headset. And then I would love to talk about Meta and the Quest 4. And, we've heard a lot of rumors, Quest 4 is dead, Quest 4 is back, Quest 4 is here, it's going away. And I want to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think it's any secret that this is probably one of the worst years for VR that's happened in a while. But what's awesome is that all of these companies are like, oh, well, we're doubling down. And Meta's got, possibly headsets coming up. Google's going, like Valve is coming in, So people are still rolling. Everyone still believes in this technology. So that's rad,
Hell yeah. It is. There's a lot going on. It's weird because we do see like a little bit of a downtick in like what's happening in the industry right now, but the weird thing is we're seeing more headsets come out of the woodwork than ever before. We're seeing more games drop than ever before. More quality games drop than ever before. So it is a bit of a bit of a oddity that we're seeing this because it's like a perfect storm of goodness, but the sales just don't seem to be there. Or what I'd like to touch about a little bit later too is the reviews don't seem to be there, and I don't know exactly what that is about, but I'd love to touch on that too. Let's first chat with or say hello to the chat. But I know there's not a lot of telling people, or it's not going to take long because again, not everybody knew we went live. We're getting there though. We got 30 people watching, 30 some plus people watching across YouTube, which is great. Lou Does Reviews is here. Thanks. He says, hola, how you doing? Thanks for coming in, man. Old Darth is here. Salvador, 2390. We have Space Gnome TV, Hussein X. Heroku 69 is here. Where'd you guys get those lights made? Need one for Impact Labs. That is a good one, Skeeva. We do not have a light for Impact Labs.
We need labs and we need inked.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
Yeah, because these are really cool. And Spark.
It's like a backdrop of lights. We have 15 company names. We have a backdrop of all lights back there. I will be blinded. We'll blind the audience with all these lights. But a labs one would be cool with that green, that like green with the beaker. That would be sick. I think that would look awesome back there.
It would.
Heroku
has a cool lab coat that has the green beaker on it.
Yeah,
which is super sick. You'll have to send us some pictures so we can put it up because it's pretty rad. He looks like a mad scientist of VR games.
Right? I don't even have one of these. How dare they?
Yeah, it's custom. He made it just for himself.
Just for himself. How dare he?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of rude, actually. Mickey Barrios is here. Let's see. I said who say next. VR Jasmine is here. What's up, Jazz? How are you doing?
Hey, what's happening?
Jazz had a great interview today on a channel. It was a podcast, a live podcast on LinkedIn. Did you see it, Skeeva?
I did not.
I think you were in meetings. I think most of that time that was happening, and I just happened to have a little bit of a break in my day, and I was able to kind of watch it while I was doing some other work.
Oh, cool.
It was I think it was called like the Immersive Show or something like that on LinkedIn. It was very cool. I can't remember the name of the host. She seems to have a really good channel over there. Talking with Jasmine about, being a CEO of a gaming company and like having a different perspective, almost a creator's perspective on how to run a gaming studio, and just kind of talking about like me, you, and her founding the company and all being creators, and how we kind of went about looking at gaming and running a gaming studio in a bit of a different way. It was an interesting interview. I would recommend anybody go over and check it. I don't remember what the name it was. I'll see if I can find the link to it, and I'll put it in chat for everybody, or if Jasmine's here and she wants to put it in chat for people to go check it out. It was a very cool interview, and she did a great job.
That sounds rad. Can't wait to check it out.
For sure. Definitely go check it out. That Dank Cheese is here. Salvador 2390. We have somebody over in Kick, Skeeva. Holy crap.
Wow.
And it's a bot. Would you like many viewers? Let's make popular. Okay. Thanks. I don't want any viewers over there. Why would I want viewers over there? Then I would have to talk to everybody. I won't do that. Fourth Wall Breaker is here. Says hello, everybody. The Real Superman 217. Oh, we got some people coming in here now, Skeeva.
Nice. Excellent.
Yeah, Molotov 82.
Sweet.
D1360 VR, Corey 2016, Inferno 9 says, I just pre-ordered my Virtual Boy attachment for the Switch 2. It's up for the USA now. Games come in for the Nintendo Switch online service in February. That's pretty rad.
Oh, now I got to go find that.
You got to go find that for sure.
Yeah, man. I have, you can't see it, but I have my Virtual Boy like right over there.
Really? Like the original Virtual Boy, though.
Yeah, the original one. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Very
cool. Funny because I do like the Virtual Boy. There's a lot of nostalgia in that for me. And I played the heck out of it when it was the thing for like 10 minutes, but like every year it breaks, and every year I have to resolder everything back together again.
No way, really.
It's working.
Just gotta, like, refix it. Yep. That's cool though. I love it. I was not a big fan of the Virtual Boy, I gotta admit. Like, I love it now for the nostalgia and that it was virtual reality way back then, but like, I thought it was super gimmicky. I hated the red, like burning your retinas red of whatever it was. And what was it? What was the like Virtua Tennis, right? The Mario's Virtua
Tennis.
I
think that was the pack-in title, right? Yeah. Was tennis. But I will tell you, there's a Wario game, Wario Land, that is a phenomenal game. The problem is I think there was like a total of like 15 games or something that ever released on the system at all. And I would go in there and I would play Wario Land or Wario World. I can't remember what it's called. But sometimes for like 3-4 hours at a time. And because it's all red and black, I would come out of the headset and the entire world was green.
It was green for you? Yeah, I remember.
Like for like an hour. Like I couldn't see any other color but green because of staring at the red. It's really, really weird. It was a very strange system. But I'll tell you the best way, if you guys want to go out there and experience Virtual Boy titles, there is a phenomenal Virtual Boy emulator on SideQuest, and it is the best way to play Virtual Boy games for sure.
That's cool, man. I did not know. I remember hearing about that over there. I never went and tried it over there. But again, I didn't really like the games anyway that were on the Virtual Boy, because I don't know if I would run to go over. I mean, again, for the nostalgia of it, I would run over and check it out. That would be like
just to play Wario World. I'm telling you, man, it is pretty sick. It's a sick game.
Yeah. I don't really remember that one either. So, like, again, for me, like, I had one, but I didn't really like it. It was funny for me. Like, I wasn't big into virtual reality, Skeeva, until the Rift. No, I'm sorry, not the Rift, the DK1. Like, and the DK1 wasn't like my big like, oh, this is going to be the. It wasn't really until like the Rift when we actually started seeing games. Like DK1 was okay, had some experiences, but mainly it was a dev kit. Like, so
it was 3 DOF. Right?
Right?
It wasn't even 6 DOF.
No, and it didn't even come with motion controllers. It came with an Xbox controller.
Yep. DK2 started doing some tracking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the DK1 was the first look around, kind of almost like a phone and a headset, that type of tracking, right?
Did you have an Oculus Go?
Yeah. Yeah, I still have my Go.
I had a Go. I had a Go, and that was weird too, because that was 3 DOF.
It was.
And it only had one controller.
It did. It was like a laser pointer.
Right.
And I would use that exclusively on airplanes. Like there were some games, right? But I would watch video content on it and stuff like that. And back then too, during the Go days, there was no one on planes with headsets. So I got all kinds of weird questions and looks and people going, "What the heck is on your face?"
Oh man.
But it was great. It was actually really good for planes because a lot of times you're on a plane and you put on like a Quest and you're watching something and then the plane banks right or something and the screen goes
right because it thinks your head moves.
Man.
Yep.
It didn't do that with the Go. Everything was stuck to your face. You know
what's nice is the Apple Vision Pro gives you a travel mode.
Yeah.
So when you're moving, it'll tell you, it'll say you're moving. Do you want to go into travel mode, which basically locks the image in front of your face, so you don't have to mess around with it. So
yeah, that's cool. That definitely needs to happen, especially if you're in the backseat of a car on a road trip or you're on an airplane. And it's funny too because sometimes if you put on your headset mid-flight and the flight is just going straight, usually things are fine and nothing really weird happens until the plane takes like a left or a right, and then all of a sudden your whole world is over there.
Yeah, I agree. Man, we got some people filing in now. Inferno 9 is here. I think I said that one. Hack the Game Cat's here. What's up, Hack? How you doing, man? It's been a minute. How are you, man? Somebody said, who was up here? Somebody said something. Oh, Corey 2016 said, first time watching live. This is cool. That's awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out and joining us live. We appreciate it, man.
All right.
I heard something. Oh, I know who that is. Okay.
Well, hello there.
I know who you
are. He's unfrozen. Someone rebooted Todd. Yes.
How dare you come in and interrupt our show? Who gave him keys to get in here?
I have the keys to the palace.
Well, I just want to let you know that everything went perfect. We didn't need you.
Totally smooth.
There was no issues. There was no problems. Nothing happened bad. Everything's been smooth sailing. Everything's been perfectly fine. What's that famous line in the Naked Gun where Leslie Nielsen's out in front of the fireworks place that's on fire and he's going, "Nothing to see here. All is fine. Nothing to see here." Oh man!
I can't wait to watch the replay.
Don't do that.
I think we're going to erase the replay. I think this is one of the episodes we're going to lose. We're not going to have a replay.
We're not going to have a replay.
Everything went fine. Welcome in, Todd. Welcome in. I'm glad you had a chance to make it. Nice cap you have there, old chap.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I came back. Well, I got a big shiny bald head, so I thought I'd dull it down.
You're blinding us.
I know, right?
Yeah. I see you have a Labs shirt on there. We were just chatting here, and somebody was talking about Skeeva's and my signs back there that we have, and he said we need an Impact Labs sign, and I think that would be a cool sign, right? With the Impact Labs with the green beaker,
with green beaker on top. Impact Labs.
Can you have one of those made and sent to me on Skeeva?
No, but I'll have one made and put on my
wall. We also said that that Kathan has a lab coat that has labs on it. That's kind of one of the kind.
He did, yeah. He actually had that made himself.
Yeah, so
we put him on our website.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm a little pissed I don't have one, but yeah, I mean, I'm okay.
Yeah, me too, really.
Yeah, right.
No, me three. I'll join the piss.
We're going to talk about some headsets tonight, and I did want to mention a comment because I think this is extremely interesting. This is Waleed. Waleed is a Snow Gamer Cat specifically $14.99. I think I'm there. New headset every 1 to 2 years is anti-game innovation. Audience is going to stick to the cheapest device, and games going to target lowest spec supported device. That's an interesting take, and there's nothing wrong with what you said there. Like everything you said there is technically accurate. And while I would say 1 year, yes, there's a problem. 2 years, yes, can be a problem. I do like a 3 year, like a 3 year window. I don't want to go 6-7 years like a console. And I'll tell you why, Wally. Console innovation is extremely minimal, right? There have been leaps in console generations where you're like, holy shit, that's next level. Okay. The Atari to the NES, the jump to PlayStation when we went to true 3D, that was generational. That was special. But have you seen the increases since you're 4 and 5? Or even like, yeah, you're 3, yes, but like you see minimal increases in what you can get out of a headset or what you can get out of a console. That's not the same case here because it's a newer technology. We're moving faster than ever before, and it's a wearable device. So it's not just about what's sitting on your desk. It's about form. It's about comfort. It's about lightweight. It's about what's in the headset to give to you. So for me, 3 years is about right. I think 2 years, if there's something special, 2 years is great. I think we go any more than that right now, guys. I think we miss too much. I think we would lose out on what we could potentially see. So I think 3 years is a sweet spot for me.
What do you think about like back in the day when cartridges were a thing? Like when you bought like an N64, the SNES cartridges weren't working anymore, right? It was all new games. You started a whole new library. Right now, we've had the same games in the store since the Quest 1, and you're able to buy Quest 1 games on your Quest 3. And it makes it feel a little stagnant in a way, right? Like I almost feel like it would like maybe they should leave them, but they should bury them in the back and all Quest 3 content should be in front, right? Because like a lot of times people hop into VR and they grab the really old stuff and they don't see.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So not be backwards compatible. So like sometimes like you can't play certain stuff on your new console, right? Like there's probably certain apps that are PlayStation 4 apps that don't work on PlayStation 5, right? Not backwards compatible. So what you're saying is take every old Quest 1 game that came out since a certain time and just zip it off the store.
I think you put it somewhere and you label it on the thumbnail. Like, do you know what I mean? Of the game. Yeah. So people can understand that it's an older title. Like you can't, like you could buy a Quest 3 right now and never have been in this ecosystem at all. And you could play a game that was originally, like you could just stumble upon a game that was for the Quest 1. I feel like all of the Quest 3 titles should be like front and center right at the beginning. So you can so new players get into the most current, most amazing titles, right?
But I think you still need to be able to have the old catalog. Like I think that's
just
the benefit of what we have now compared to before. Like before, I had to buy PlayStation 4 discs. They don't fit in my PlayStation 5. Like that's to me a total waste of money as a consumer.
But what if you could only play it on your Quest 1 or 2? So what if we had those titles still there available, but you couldn't just play it on the new hardware?
Well, that's how consoles are now. I don't agree with that. No, I think that's terrible.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
Well, but I'm not saying take them out. I'm just saying
I agree. Don't take them out. Just label them. Put them in a different
section.
Department for Quest 1, legacy games or whatever.
Like make the consumer understand. That that like I'm trying to remember.
New. This isn't exciting. This isn't what your headset can do.
Right.
But you can still play it.
Yeah.
I mean, but there is a reason why some certain things are not backwards compatible. They because consoles want to say goodbye to some of those things, right?
Biggest thing is money, man. They can sell the same copy of the same game 4 times.
Well, but a lot of times you'll see them move up, but they're remastered or they're like there are some games that have moved from PS1, PlayStation VR1 to PlayStation VR2, but they're not the same game. They've been kind of remastered for the PlayStation VR2.
Look at Red Matter 2. Red Matter 2 for Quest 2 and even Quest 3 was the Quest 2 version that was playable, looked great. But if you have a Quest 3, it's digitally changed for Quest 3.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean you can't play it on a Quest 2 still, but when you do play it on a Quest 3, it's just that much better. But it's the same game. I don't have to rebuy it. Just because I bought a new headset, now I'm going out to buy, 10 of my favorite games all over again.
Yeah, and maybe if you update the game, they could move it into Quest 3 status, and it would incentivize developers to continue to improve their games too.
Or what if Quest 3 upgrade or whatever they want to call it is a DLC pack and not just a given?
Could, yeah.
Oh,
I would pay less to have
as a
the same
DLC.
game. Say again?
Like a lower DLC price. So you can get the upgraded version for, if the game is $20, you can get the upgraded version for $4.99.
I can still play the shitty Quest 2 game if I want, but if I want to take advantage of the Quest 3 hardware that I now have, it's a DLC for $20 and I get all the new stuff.
So there were a few games,
$40 on the game again, but I am giving the developer something because I realize that it takes work to make that happen. It's not, it's not magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there were a few games that did that when the PlayStation 2 came out. Tetris Effect. What was the Thumper? There were a few games that you could pay $5 to get the upgraded PSVR2 version.
Yep.
So yeah, that could work.
That could work.
Good point by Scorpion 2. Sometimes it's a hardware limitation, and that's the case. Yeah. That's exactly the case. Games that have been solely made for Quest 1 may not even work on the newest OS of Quest 3, right? Like you would almost have to I'm sure you could get it to work as a developer, but a lot of those developers have moved on. Like what they're like, well, will it make any money? Like, do I put anything more into this? Is it worth me doing this? I would say if it's an evergreen game that's already making money, then yeah, maybe it would be worth it. But you'd probably already do that anyway.
Beat Saber is a good example of that. Beat Saber didn't come out with Beat Saber 2 and Beat Saber 3. It's the same Beat Saber. It's just been updated so many times that it probably doesn't work on a Quest 1 anymore, but it does work on the Quest 3, and you don't have to rebuy it.
Yeah. I mean, I think as we get older into the ecosystem, some of these things are going to be more relevant. Like, this happens when you get into when you're not, a brand new system anymore and you have many different iterations of what you have, you're going to have old libraries. It'll be interesting to see where we are 2 years from now when we have double the library that we probably have now, or triple the library they have now. And will some of those games just come off the store? I mean, eventually those Quest 1 games will probably have to come off the store, I'm assuming.
I would think, especially ones that only work on the Quest 1. You think they would already be gone.
Yeah, they'd be dead and buried.
I got a Quest 1 still back there. I don't even know if the thing works. Like, have you fired? You guys have your Quest 1 still?
Oh yeah, it's hanging on the wall outside this room.
I love that. That headset was generational for me. Again, you want to talk about generational leaps. Like, I know a lot of people complain about the Quest, and there's a lot of PC gamers who think the Quest ate into the PC VR system and maybe set VR gaming back. To me, I'm the opposite. And look, I love high-end graphical VR gaming, and I'm a PC VR gamer as much as I can be. But you can't tell me that headset hasn't changed VR for everyone and moved it forward. So, I mean, to me, you want to talk about a generational platform, NES, Dreamcast, which I kind of thought was one, but it was maybe a little bit before its time. PlayStation 1.
The jump to PlayStation 2 was huge.
Yeah, that jump was huge. I think, 20 years from now, the Quest could possibly be up there in the pantheon of the biggest generational jump for
most
us.
Influential hardware of its time, sort of deal. Yeah,
it will, and it sold the least amount out of all the Quest headsets, so it'll also be collectible.
You're exactly right, but the reason it did that is nobody yet understood what it was or what it was all about. And we were just starting to hit the mainstream of, I don't have to be a super techie nerd to figure out what the hell these things are. One of the reasons that we are here today, that I'm here today, that Todd is here today, is I was in the VR big time, and I saw that people couldn't figure out what the Quest was. They didn't understand it. They didn't understand how it worked. And I had all these people on Facebook asking questions. And I'm like, I'm going to start a Facebook group called the Quest Community. And I because nobody understood what the hell was going on. Like, you had like people buying the Go thinking it was a Quest. You had people buying the Rift thinking it was the Quest and then didn't have a computer, didn't know what to do. Nobody understood the hardware. Like, it was that shift of like having to have knowledge into what it is. When you get a piece of tech that starts to become more mainstream and you start to hit the mom and the dad and the grandpa and the aunt and uncle, and you start hitting the older audience that just doesn't understand it or doesn't know anything about it. Nobody knew what a standalone headset like. Nobody could figure out that what you can actually put the games inside the headset. That would blow people away, and they would have no idea. Like, literally, I know people who went and bought the Go because it was cheaper, and they thought they were buying the Quest for their kids, and they got their kids open it up and they're like, "What the hell is this thing? I don't want this thing. I want my gaming headset." Or it was the opposite way. You'd have a grandmother going and buying the Oculus headset for their kid, and they were buying the Rift that needed a PC to play it. And they, because they're, the parents were telling them, yeah, go buy this thing. We don't need a PC. It says all you just need is this. But they went and bought the wrong one. So it was confusing. And I think that was, probably one of the biggest issues. I don't think it was until the Quest 2, Todd, when we started the Quest 2 community, the bigger group, that things really blew up at that point. Like, then it was like, I think it did become a little bit more mainstream. People did understand it better. And that's why, like,
But even then, like, one of our biggest videos on our YouTube channel was Quest 2 for beginners. And it still gets thousands of views a month. And it's completely outdated, but it's people that just don't understand the tech, see it online, see it in a commercial, see it at Best Buy. They're like, what is that? Buy it for their grandkids and have no clue what to do. So
have you done a Quest 3 for beginners?
We haven't. No, we never did.
Oh man, that sounds like a no-brainer.
I was a slacker now. Like, he doesn't do any. He doesn't do any videos that his lazy AI ass can't do.
Yeah, can I make my AI version do that for me? Then I'll do it.
Yeah. Come on, get your AI Todd to go make us a Quest 3.
AI Todd did a really good video on RoboQuest. I noticed today. It popped up on my
Did it really on its own?
Talking about how a diehard gamer flew all the way to the developer studio and knocked on their door. And
who was that guy?
You.
That's funny to pick that up, though. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's so funny. Now I gotta watch it.
I picked up the article from XR.
It's just sad that I don't even go watch our shit.
Yeah, I watch it every day, but I don't generally watch it until after it's been posted. I'm like, oh, I wonder what I posted today.
You know what's not AI and what's doing extremely well, and I'm so glad that we did it. And anybody out there in chat or watching later who hasn't checked them out yet, go check out our shorts, because we have a really good editor now, and he has been taking
YouTube shorts, not actual shorts.
Yeah. Don't check out Todd shorts or not. He's got the grandpa shorts. The YouTube shorts or TikTok. We have all these great clips that we're clipping from the show, and our editor is basically going through, watching this podcast. Sometimes we go 3 hours long, and he's just picking out stuff that he thinks is interesting or funny or whatever, and he's making really great short clips of it.
He uses creators' timestamps to kind of find topics, and then goes through it.
Does he do that on his own though, or does he use like Opus clips?
He does it on his own.
Does he really?
Yeah. We're talking with him. We're gonna get him to do something a little different. The quality is a little kind of crappy right now. We figured out why that is, so that'll be fixed in the next set of videos that you guys see. The quality of the video has definitely gone up, and then the platform that we use to do all this has its built-in. It's brand new, a built-in functionality to clip and do a ton of stuff with its own editor and all kinds of stuff. So I think we're going to get him access to this so that we can just, go to the next level.
It's cool. I love the clips. I really do.
Doesn't YouTube offer clipping now? Like, one of the coolest things about Twitch back in the day was you could be streaming something and someone in your audience would clip it
for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can do that still. Like, viewers can do that. Yeah.
Cool. All right, everyone in chat. Here's the deal. You got to clip our show. Help us out here.
That's what we should do. Clip the clips that you guys want to see in a short, and we'll put it up. but they're great. I mean, they're funny. I mean, if you want some of the funniest clips of, me and Skeeva making fun of Todd because he made an AI calendar and Skeeva made all this cool AI stuff, or if you want to see us
totally
talk
shitting on
about,
me, I tell you.
we want to see Skeeva talk. You want to see me talk about being lactose intolerant and just see that clip, or if you just want to see the clip of us talking about the Steam frame, or if you want to see the clip of Skeeva talking about being a vegan, or Skeeva talking about some of his best VR experiences happening on a PlayStation headset. Those are really cool, a minute clips that you can go find they're fun to find. They're doing really well, Todd. I'm
really good. Yeah,
I'm excited about them, and we're going to do more of them, I think.
Yeah.
Sad story for those who listened to last week's show. I got off the show. I immediately went over to my PSVR1.
Oh boy.
I started up some games, and the headset finally kicked the bucket.
No way. It just died on you right after that? Like,
so the headset still turns on, but the tracking lights died. So there's no tracking. Everything's just stuck to your face. And so sad. I'm probably going to go on Facebook Marketplace and grab another one because, dude,
if you live closer, I'd send you mine, but it'd cost me a
fortune.
Yeah, I was so sad. I was sitting there like with this big frown on my face. I was like, no. So I ended up playing PSVR2 instead.
Well, I mean, that's a bonus, though.
Yeah, but I really wanted to play Wipeout so bad.
Yeah. Hey, Philosix11 says, my NES was found today. I packed up the box in the 90s, got to clean it a bit, and try it out. That's pretty freaking
heck
awesome.
Yeah. That's super sick.
That's sick.
That's awesome. I think I've told the story forever. I've been a big gamer all my life. I started with the Atari, system way back when, Pong. You know what I mean? Like I was born in 1972, so I've had every system there is imaginable. I've never been a collector, and I have none of my old systems. No.
Dreamcast is the only one I kept.
Yeah. Once something I found in a box while unpacking.
Yeah.
This was in my original NES box.
Yeah,
no way.
Yeah, when I opened it on Christmas when I was a little kid.
Remember the robot?
Yeah, Rob the robot. I want to frame this thing.
Yeah.
Yes, you definitely have to.
Yeah.
It's like the manual on the back.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually thought about going and like doing the market thing and going and finding all the old consoles again and just trying to buy them all up. But shit, that's another fucking thing I got to collect. My wife would kick my ass.
That's tough because like as time goes on, the motherboards, resistors start to pop. Like all of these things are starting to die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a bummer. Like I have almost all of my consoles from the time I started gaming with the Atari 2600. And they're all in a box right now. And I used to have them all set up back in the day. And then I was going to set them up when I moved and have them all, but like, you know how much space that takes? It's insane. So I just built a retro system for my TV that I can just flip through all the consoles and pick a game. Because there's a lot of space.
Yeah, I don't miss the games because I built this huge arcade cabinet that has 75,000 some games on it, and it has every console game. It has every arcade game all the way back to forever, and it has every console game. So even the weird, even like the Lynx TurboGrafx 16, like even the weird ones that you can't think of, it has it on there. It has all the handhelds on there with every game that the handhelds had. It has
all the
like
Asian
even
games,
like
not
Sega,
just the American games.
What was the Sega handheld called? Was it the Sega Game Gear or what?
Game Gear? And there was also the Nomad that played full-size Genesis cartridges too, which was pretty sick. Mm-hmm.
Has all of that stuff on there, even the handhelds. It has everything all the way up to the PlayStation 3. It doesn't have an emulator for the PlayStation 4 stuff, but I did put a PlayStation 5 in it so I can play any PlayStation 5 because it's like built into the back. So I'm just like, but I put my old PS5 in it, but I don't have. That's the only thing I don't have is a PS4 in the damn thing. So I'm not missing the games, but I'm missing the nostalgia of the sleek art design of the consoles, because that's what I miss is looking at it. Like,
Scorpion says, I have all my consoles starting with the NES. I keep them plugged in and connected and ready to play.
Nice.
You know,
Right
you know who
on.
you know who was like that is Alex VR. Like Alex VR was
Yeah.
like that. Like he would just get hooked in a system and then just play that system for like however long, and then he would just pull out another system and grab that one, and do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one guy who loves like retro gaming, right? Like loved it.
I
Retro
always
gaming
think I'm
is
gonna
awesome.
love the retro gaming until I get back into them, and I'm like, I play them and I'm like, oh, that was cool and fun, until the nostalgia wears off, and I'm like, okay, I need to go back to like my regular PC gaming now.
Black Ops 6 or
Yeah.
Battlefield 6.
I've
I mean,
been hooked. I've been rehooked on RC Pro Am for the NES.
Oh my
Wow.
god, I love
I've been
that
playing
game.
the hell out of that
Yeah.
game, man.
Damn, man, that's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Altered Beast, man. Awesome Tams is Altered Beast. Altered Beast was one of my favorite arcade cabinets of all time. And the Sega Genesis had an awesome version of Altered Beast. It was great on there too. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah,
That's one thing. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, for me, I think I would just like to collect the consoles. I don't even care if they work. For me, I don't care if they work. It would just be the peripherals.
You
and
are
the
definitely a
consoles
collector.
themselves. Oh, look at you! You have
Yeah,
RC Pro Am.
I found all my NES cartridges too.
So, are you playing it on your NES? Is that how you've been
No,
playing
no,
it?
I've been playing it on. I've been playing the emulators.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, I did. I found a ton of my old NES games.
That's awesome. I didn't keep any of that stuff.
Me neither. I wish I did.
Dreamcast.
Really, now
like
I wish I did.
I got that, and I got a binder full of games for that. But that was the only thing I
Mike
kept.
Tyson's Punch Out.
Oh shit, dude! Now these are original that you had forever, or you
Yeah.
bought them afterwards?
No, these are original from back in the day, from my childhood.
Damn, dude.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
cool.
I think the only console that I still have besides my PlayStation 5 is I have my old PlayStation 4 down in the box
Yeah,
somewhere.
I still have that. I got a couple Xbox 360s and.
Oh, do you really? I don't even have that.
Yeah, I used to hack them and sell them as full of games or with discs that you could burn games. And I got a few of those kicking around, and I think that was like the last Xbox I bought was the 360.
Yeah, I think me too. I love the Xbox. I was a big fan of it for a while. I did not buy whatever the
Xbox One.
Yeah, I didn't buy that, or the X or Series X.
Oh yeah, Series X.
Yeah, they really screwed up on their marketing because no one could understand what Xbox it was. Like there was the One, the 1S, the X, the one like no one could figure out what the hell was happening. Like they saw Wii U do this, and they said, "Oh, that's a good idea. Let's go down that route."
Yeah,
man.
Well, it was the original Xbox. Then it was the Xbox One.
No,
it was
Xbox 360.
360 was next. Yeah.
Then it was the Xbox One. See, that's confusing, right? Right? That's confusing. Why would you go 360 and then go One? Like,
well, at the time, I remember this vividly, and everyone kind of thought, like all my friends anyway, we thought, okay, they're starting a new naming scheme out because the Xbox 360. What the hell are you going to call that? The Xbox 720? No one's going to buy that.
Yeah.
So we thought Xbox One. The next one's going to be the Xbox 2. We're starting a new generation of Xbox, and then that didn't happen.
Yeah, that just like look at PlayStation. This is PlayStation for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Simple. Everybody understands it. Everybody knows. Like, well, I got to get the newest one. Which is the newest one? Okay, it's the 5. Yeah,
the highest numbered one from the store, please. Yeah,
that's it.
Do you remember this? The Game Genie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I do. The cheat.
We used to rent that from a little.
You did. You used to rent
near my house. You could go and rent a Game Genie.
Yeah.
What,
yeah.
Even sitting in something.
What? Yeah. Yeah. This is in a box of retro stuff I found. I even found the code book for it.
Damn,
but you get like, and you'd stick your cartridge in it, and then you'd use the code book to cheat.
And it would intercept. Yeah, it would intercept the game code, and then you could cheat, and you could do crazy things. Yeah. And not only could you like use the codes that were in the book that were tested, you could just throw in random codes and weird stuff would happen in the game. You know, I miss those days, man. I miss the days of being able to like.
I remember renting
take a physical cartridge and
you get the book with it, of course, because the book has all the codes. But it was all ripped and torn and tattered, and that's in way better shape than the ones I remember seeing.
Yeah, all the codes.
You'd go to the back page, and there would be codes that people had written down.
Yeah, because there's a memos page and like
and all those notes pages. There'd be notes of people who would this game and here's the code I tried or whatever.
I didn't write anything in mine. I was like, I can't write in the book. Just
Yeah,
a
right.
blank.
That's funny. I haven't seen one of those in forever, man. That is cool. That's cool. What I was saying though is, being such a gamer, I don't have like one of these MAME emulator machine things.
What?
No, I had MAME on an old PC for the longest time,
Mhm.
but that was shit. Way before VR, I got rid of that. Like why don't I have a console hooked up to a TV? You'd think.
I don't know. I got like 40, 50,000 games ready to play at any given time.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy.
We might need to talk offline and get my problems sorted out.
Yeah.
That's why I love this arcade cabinet, and that's why I had it built. Like I have all of these things at my fingertips, but I don't need to go hook up 10 different consoles.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these things you need to what is it, a CRT TV or what? Yeah, the TV. Like you can't even hook it up normally. Like how you have to have an old tube TV that has the hookups to do it.
Well, all the old light gun games will only work with CRT.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a lot of them that that's really hard to emulate right now and have them work on LCD screens because they specifically used the tech of CRT to make that stuff work.
Yeah. Yep. Oh man, the chat's going crazy here with just stuff that they want to see. Like who was it? Somebody was saying that they had all the Nintendo Power magazines.
Yes.
Mr. Lord Beavis said, I love the Nintendo Power magazines. I had most of those. Don't have any of them now. I actually called New Helpline once for the Star Trek 2050. I remember like before you could figure out how to get through a game. I remember calling the Nintendo hotline.
I remember that. Yeah.
That was like my dream job. I was like, someday I'm going to be that guy on the other end of the phone.
And then Techno Glitch says the thing that I have fallen in love with on my arcade cabinet, and that is Techno Parrot. You guys know what Techno Parrot is?
No, I don't think so.
Techno Parrot's the emulator for all the light gun games. So I can get every light gun game. And with Techno Parrot, it allows you to pull in all the new stuff too. So it basically it's online. So you can actually just update and it'll pull in all the new games, anything new or anything it's not just light gun, it's all games, but I mean they do specialize in light guns to pull light gun games in. But Techno Parrot's great. So that's the main thing that's running my arcade cabinet. And so I still get new updates and new games all the time.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool. I use RetroBat for most of my stuff.
Philozic says I have a RCA 19-inch stereo TV that he still plays all this stuff on.
Nice. Love it.
Yeah.
Even Space Dome TV. I still have a CRT. It's my favorite way to play old.
Do you remember, it wasn't that long ago, maybe 10 years ago, you could walk into a Goodwill and you could buy any CRT they had for $0.25.
What?
Now because of retro gaming, the CRTs are going for a lot of money.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm. But all CRTs were $0.25 if you could carry them out of the store.
No way. 25 cents for a television. That's hilarious.
Yep.
At DK Tech 2277 says, have you tried the Sinden light guns with the recoil? That's what I have. I have Sinden light guns. So the Sinden light guns, and I did a lot of homework into these when I had this arcade cabinet built because this is my first time of doing light guns. The Sindens they have recoil in them, which is freaking amazing. They're some of the best recoil guns out there. But I really wanted them in there because they have the best IR sensors on them. And you only need 2, where a lot of them you need like 4 or 5 or 6 sensors around the screen. With the Sindens, you really only need 2, and they pick it up from like everywhere. You don't have to be like super up close, or sometimes you got to be too far away. The sweet spot of where you can stand with light guns is way, way, way better with the Sinden light guns. They're awesome. They're really good. And then Area 51 says, Eric, do you have Area 51 on your game cabinet? I do. I have every old light gun game on there, and I have a lot of new ones. Like I have like Halo, and I have like Terminator, and I have the new Tomb Raider light gun game. Like I pick up a lot of the new ones as I update the system.
Jurassic Park, that was a good one.
The only thing I don't have, which is Jurassic Park is amazing when I have that one. The only thing I don't have, which is the foot pedal to do like ducking and stuff like that. So like time crisis.
Really?
Yeah, there's no foot pedal on this thing, and I do have something where I could push a button on the the control deck to like duck, but it's not the same. I got to
probably grab almost any steering wheel thing and use the foot pedals from those.
That would probably do that.
Those dictator pedals, USB dictator pedals. That's what I used to use for OBS screen swapping and stuff. It's like it changed. They were dirt cheap.
Huh.
They have mouse
there's a lot of
pedals.
things you could use.
Have you guys seen the mouse pedals? Like I when I got into Tarkov big, I used to use a mouse pedal for different buttons because there was so many many buttons for Tarkov that I would put like lean and like things on the foot pedal. So because it was like you needed more than just your so I would have certain things certain things on the foot pedal.
I had 3 pedals and they were kind of curved. So you could lean left and right with the left and right pedals, and then something else in the middle. So while you're gaming, you could just hit that right pedal, and your guy would lean. Yeah, they were super handy.
That's sick. I need this in my life.
That's just USB.
Corey 2016 says PS2 all time. The OG Xbox is my favorite. I love Dreamcast, but never got the chance to fly. But now my second is a PS5 because special features in PSVR2. I enjoy the games. To the feedback, I love it. What's your favorite console of all time, guys? Let's do that real quick. And it could be even a new console, or it could be a PC, or it could be.
I'm a bigger PC gamer than both of you, definitely. But if I had to go console, it would be Dreamcast.
Interesting.
I just have the most memories of playing that with my friends. So many.
I usually say the Dreamcast because I love it. It's one of the ones I remember the most. I thought it was way ahead of its time. Some of the best gaming I played was on there, but I would probably have to say the most memories of me, like I'm gonna say like the days. What blew me the most about console gaming and got me like really really hooked into the gaming was PlayStation 1, Crash Bandicoot, Resident Evil 1. Tomb Raider on that system. There was things that I was playing that was, again, the generational jump for me where I was like, this is so different than anything I've ever done. And to be fair, unfortunately at that time in my life, I always thought that the Nintendo system was more of a kid's system. And I wanted a gamer system because I was a little bit older at that point. And PlayStation scratched that itch for me and kind of gave me what I wanted. That jump scare of going down that hallway in Resident Evil 1 when
I know exactly what you're talking about.
When the dogs jumped through the window, I remember being in the living room of an apartment in Tennessee because I was traveling the country for a job I was doing. The fucking like it literally jumped out of my skin during that, and I don't remember that being like that in any other time in gaming, and it scared me so bad that I just remember like having a smile on my face for the rest of the night, like.
This is awesome.
I'm going to say PlayStation 1. How about you, Skeeva?
Mine's the Nintendo 64.
I mean, that's a good one. I can't go wrong with that one either.
I loved the Nintendo 64 so much. And I mean, it's a hard one because like the original NES too was so amazing for me. I remember opening that thing on Christmas to this day, and how much I played it. But the N64 really like Ocarina of Time, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I was playing that game with a friend and we would kind of switch off. I remember, my job at the time, I worked at the mall and I'm going through Ocarina of Time and I literally picked up the phone one day and I'm like, I quit, hung up the phone and I played Ocarina of Time until I finished it. And then I went and got another job. I literally quit to play that game.
That's awesome.
And then playing GoldenEye. Right, 007 GoldenEye with friends, and like the N64 was the ultimate multiplayer machine. It had 4 ports for controllers right on the front of the console. 4-player split screen was such a big thing on Nintendo 64. And man, I just like at that time I was always with friends. I had a Nintendo 64 carry case. That console came with me everywhere I went. I always had my Nintendo 64 in a bag on my back. Like. Love that
so
console. And like that was like the first time there were really thumbsticks. It was the first time there was Rumble in a controller. You had to go out and buy the Rumble pack
Yeah.
Remember? And then to get haptics in your controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They had some of the best peripherals too for the
rumble pack.
Remember what was the controller? The Wavebird for the N64, or no? Was that the GameCube?
That was the GameCube, right? And that was a phenomenal. That was
the one I'm thinking of. The GameCube had more accessories than anything else, right? That you could ever buy.
Yeah, that was great. That Wavebird was freaking killer, man. What a great controller that was.
It was. That was at a
ultra
time
low
too
latency
when controllers were really starting to get out of that blocky, shitty, NES, rectangle shaped or, well, N64 had the rounded controller, didn't it? Had the had that rounded shape.
It had like pointy little bit at the bottom.
It was weird because you could hold it from the middle to the side or side to side for D-pad. Right. It was a very strange controller, but it also had more buttons than any other controller. To this day, I mean, I freaking love that controller. I love that console. Man, so good.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some good ones. I mean, I could go back and say the Atari 2600 was probably, I mean, that was my entry into gaming pretty much. ColecoVision was another one of my favorite consoles. I love the ColecoVision. Commodore 64 was another big one.
Favorite Atari 2600 game? What was it?
Pitfall Harry.
Yeah?
Played that over and over and over and over and over again. Like, it's the one I remember. I mean, I played them all. I played them all to death. Like,
like Missile Command and Enduro and Combat and Maze Craze and I don't know. There was just so many.
Yeah, wasn't Galaxia on that?
It's Galaxia on that. It must have been.
I remember
that was an arcade machine.
Yeah, I had a mini arcade machine that sat on your kitchen counter when I was a kid. That was Galaxia.
Yeah.
I collected those. I had Donkey Kong, Pac-Man.
Nice.
All these little tiny arcade cabinet things. Yeah, they were cute.
I don't know. There was something about Pitfall that actually gave me the vibe of being like, it was I think it was one of the first side scrollers.
It was. It was the first one where you left the screen and then a whole new scene came up.
Right. Yeah. And you changed, you did different things, and it wasn't just the same thing. Like, you got away from doing certain things. It wasn't just like a dot on the screen.
Yeah.
You felt like you were a character. There was something about that one, and then literally the music. Like, I can remember the music's in my head right now talking about it. That's
alligators and
the alligators, the freaking bats, the vine swinging on the vines, going down, finding the golden treasure. I mean, man,
an Adventure. Remember Adventure?
Adventure was great.
Yeah,
it
was cool, man. Oh, damn, I love those days, man.
Nostalgia's got me. It's got me hooked right now talking about this.
I know,
which is I guess is fitting for a topic that we were going to talk about tonight, which is, guys, Impact Inc. The company that me and Skeeva founded and that we all work for. We launched Shadowgate today on the PlayStation 5, and the reason I bring that up as nostalgia is, Todd, it launched in 1987. On the Apple Macintosh.
What were you doing in 1987? I was in grade 7 in 1987.
You were 7 years old. I don't know. I graduated high school in 1990, so I was a sophomore in high school.
You would have been maybe a sophomore, 87. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean 1987 launched on the NES, Skeeva, in 1989.
Nice.
I don't know a game that's been in more different consoles.
Yeah.
There hasn't been one.
I was going to say, there's no way that there's another game. This game's been on 33 different consoles.
34 now.
Platforms. 34 now, yeah, right. Since its launch in 1986. That's crazy.
Well,
they didn't make a movie about this game. This is crazy.
They should. But when you say that, though, I feel like people are going to think that it's this super old-looking retro game when you get into it. But they've updated it to all new graphics. So the game is pretty much similar, but it is very new.
Yeah.
Well, let's show everybody then. Let's show everybody what it looks like now, because today you can go buy Shadowgate on your PlayStation VR2 for the first time ever.
Cool.
Shadowgate.
Should we? You want me to show the trailer?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
has escaped the prison in which he was bound. For although darkness awaits in the caverns below, a new fire will burn within. Let it light your path.
Like, wow.
Super cool.
What other game has gotten that much of an upgrade over all these years, too?
I mean, it started as a black and white point and click adventure on the Mac. And you just saw that.
Virtual reality.
Awesome seeing these things in chat. Philosix, I have Shadowgate on my NES, loved it on there. Awesome Tatum, Shadowgate on the NES. I actually beat it. One of my all-time favorite games.
Nice.
09, there was Shadowgate Deja Vu and Uninvited on the NES. So many things here with Shadowgate. Too funny. Shadowgate's awesome, man. It's so good. I don't know. Like I put a message out to the team today. This is for our company. This is our last launch of the year. It's full launch of the year. We have some DLC dropping for some other games, but it's our last full launch of the year. It's been a crazy year. We've launched numerous games internally being published or developed. We've launched a ton of games, and I just wanted everybody to take a minute to realize, that this game being the last game we launched this year has, there's gaming history here. And I wanted everybody to know. I didn't know if a lot of our company, we're almost 60 some people now. Wanted to know people, a lot of even our internally to know that there's a lot of history with this game. And I feel pretty damn honored that we as a company were able to bring this game to probably its final platform, 34 platforms to kind of come full circle. And we are now part of gaming history, bringing it to a platform of immersion that it probably never thought it would see the light of day. But I know originally when Dave Marsh, the creator of Shadowgate, brought this game to the Quest, or Steam, I think first originally, it was a special time for him. Like, he's been with this series since the beginning, right? He created it, he founded it, he brought it there. So to get into that world and see his world created in virtual reality was a special moment for him. We talked about it on this show. We had him interviewed 5 years ago on this show, I think. And hearing that and then being able to be part of that now, Skeeva, pretty damn special. And I just wanted everybody, and what I did in our chat, I put in all like a whole bunch of covers from a lot of the older games so people could see like the generational jumps from all of the years of Shadowgate.
Do you think this will be the last console? I feel like 20 years from now we'll be plugging brain computer interfaces directly into our frontal cortex and we'll be in Shadowgate.
Yeah, I mean, they're very, very, very likely that could be the case. Yeah, I mean, I say it's the last one, but probably not. I think you're right. I mean, there's new consoles coming. Why not? It's a popular game. People love it, as you can see. Somebody had said here, Quest, Shadowgate and Quest 3 is an amazing game, and they love it. And so
I got some very unique Shadowgate merch.
Look at you showing off your coins.
Cool.
Can you see that?
Yeah, that's
the dragon, right?
Yeah, and then on the back side is Odin.
Oh, the Raven.
Yeah.
Killer.
Oh, you're killing Awesome Tatum right now, because Awesome Tatum in chat says, laugh out loud, I've been hounding Dave Marsh and Eric for Shadowgate merch for years. I have some merch still here. I have I think I have Shadowgate.
We made shirts too. Like when it launched on Quest, we made a whole bunch of stuff for them.
Yeah, I have some shirts in the closet. I have a couple Shadowgate shirts. I have the wand. Todd,
I
you
got
got
a-
the wand?
Yeah, it's up. I don't know,
Skeeva,
it's
we
over
had
there
a
somewhere.
wand made.
Yeah,
Taz 3D printed a wand for us.
with a jewel on the end.
Yeah.
And a
I
little
might have it.
stand. Go get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see this.
It's
I
pretty sick.
remember when you guys first got it, but I haven't seen it in a minute.
This goes on my wall because I'm pretty damn proud of this thing. But
Yes.
so it's a Shadowgate
That's it.
wand, and it has like the little thing at the end of it, and it's like a it's like a wand made of like a tree branch, right? And then this says Shadowgate.
Nice.
Let me see if it'll focus.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice little stand
Very
for it to
cool.
go on. But yeah, super cool. God,
Yeah,
Todd,
we
this seems like forever ago when we had these made.
Right? Yeah, I remember that. It was a big thing to get all this stuff done for him. Yeah, it was cool.
Man, we should sell those on the Flat to VR merch store.
And this was just us
Mhm.
doing this with chat with Dave as
Straight with
we were
Dave, yeah.
we were doing it because I had befriended Dave as we were content creators and we covered the game. I loved it, and we had him on the show. We interviewed him as a developer, and I just I knew of him for years. I mean, he was part of he knew Gary Gygax, from Dungeons and Dragons. Like
Yeah.
Wild.
he was part of Wizards of the West Coast. I mean, this guy is a gaming OG, right? He's been around forever. So I knew of him. So to have him, for me to have him on, our little podcast here was huge for me. And we had just become friends after that. And we kept talking. So yeah, we had all this merch made originally because we were just super cool. We were
I was just a big fan, so I made a whole bunch of different t-shirts designs, and I'm like, do you think you'll let us, give this stuff away? And he did.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Awesome Dave says, Eric wore a Shadowgate shirt 3 years ago on Virtual Stranger stream, and I've been jealous ever since.
Yeah.
I think I still have them. We only had a couple made.
Yeah.
I think I still
I still have
them.
all the designs, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe we have to bring them out. Bring them out
Bring
of
them back
retirement.
yeah.
But it's been cool to be a part of this now. Come full circle. Have Dave on our show. Meet him through the podcast. Skeeva doing an interview with him years ago, and now when he came, they lost their publisher, and he was like, I'd love to, I need some help. I'd love to bring this game to the PlayStation, and we were all about it, and we have a good relationship with PlayStation. We have people in house that can absolutely help get the game there. We have some of the best PlayStation developers on our team. So and then we have the marketing team behind it that did an amazing job today to get this game launched. So we're part of gaming history now, guys.
Technoglitch in chat says he still has the microfiber cloth that we gave out. I do too. I thought I had it here, but I don't.
I have cases of them still.
Yeah, those we made a lot of those.
Yeah, we have a lot of those. Yeah, I could probably send some of those out.
That's funny.
Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, we should probably pull some of that gear back out, Todd, and do a reprinting of some of that stuff.
Yeah, we probably could do that.
Yeah. Yep.
I know
Very
a
cool.
guy.
Yeah, right.
Sell those wands, a limited edition.
Dude, they were cool, man. I remember we had Tass and
And
Dave,
the jewel comes out it's not like it was printed in there. It's like its own little piece.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it has to be placed in there, and it's very intricate. It's almost woven into it.
You did a really good job.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah,
Rad.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. So yeah, I mean, God, we just took a turn down memory lane with some retro gaming, which is cool. But that's what I like about the show now, guys. We can do that. But we are getting a little bit old into the show, and I do want to talk about some new gaming because we had some new stuff come out this week, Skeeva. And what I think we should do is, I want to show a clip, guys. It's about 2 minutes long. It's not long, but it's from the Google Android, YouTube YouTube video they put up the other day, kind of going through the new Android XR stuff, and I think it's very poignant. Again, it's only a couple minutes long, so let's take a look at it real quick, Skeeva.
Cool.
Lightweight and portable, this upcoming device will bring a new wired XR glasses experience to the Android XR family. Let's give you a tour. The first thing you see when you put it on is the real world around you through transparent lenses. That's called optical see-through, since you see the world with your own eyes. Project Aura then projects virtual experiences into your field of view. You use hands to interact, just like an Android XR headset. So it's super intuitive to pick up and start using.
It's powered by a tethered puck, which holds the main compute and battery, so these immersive glasses still feel light and comfortable. And the puck also doubles as a trackpad.
I can use Aura anywhere to get things done. Let's imagine I'm out at a cafe getting a few things done while I grab a coffee. Aura runs apps from Google Play, just like a headset. So I can make my own full-size workspace, something people love to use X-Real devices for. I can pop on some entertainment over here to the left, pull up my chats to the right. Voila! It's like I got my personal setup anywhere I go.
Andrea has her computer, but in places like this, sometimes you wish you had a little more screen real estate when you're away from your typical monitor setup. And because the lenses are transparent, she can still clearly see her computer while she's wearing the glasses.
And looks like I'm getting a ping from work in another window. All right, time to use Lightroom, but I want to do this on a big screen. So I can also plug Aura into another device like my laptop here and extend its apps to my screen as a giant spatial window. Here's Lightroom, and I can use my keyboard and trackpad from the computer. Of course, Gemini is here by my side in Project Aura 2 and can see what's on the screen, even the computer window, and offer help. Gemini, how can I add a bokeh effect to this image?
Go to the lens blur panel. Click Apply to let AI auto-detect the subject. Then use the blur amount slider to adjust the strength of the blur.
X-Real Aura lets Andrea stay totally focused on this immersive experience in this pair of wired XR glasses.
Making a few edits here, and done.
Nice. We can't wait for everyone to check out these experiences and more when Project Aura launches next year. Thanks, Andrea.
Cool. Thank you, Skeeva. Man, you're good. You're a good producer. You're pretty good.
I'm glad because halfway through that video, I go in my head, I'm like, I hope that's the one he was talking about.
I hope it's not the 30-minute one and not the 2-minute one. No, you did good. You did good. Guys, I like let's go through what this is, because I gotta say, it's a little confusing if you don't understand completely what we're seeing here. So what you would think is these are competitors to the Meta displays. Not really. Not really at all.
Yeah.
X-Real Air competitor, really.
Yeah.
Well, these are not, the Project Aura is a Google operating system, but it's made by X-Real.
Oh.
So these glasses are a combination of two companies doing this. So Project Aura is a Google XR operating system inside of the X-Real glasses. That puck that you saw is not just a puck to use as a sensor, right? To like a trackpad. That puck holds a Qualcomm XR2 Gen 2 chip.
Oh, wow.
So these are not your display glasses that will only give you a tiny little window down in the bottom.
These aren't Roku.
These are basically glasses that will operate just like the Google XR headset, the Google Samsung XR headset. It has the same chipset as the Google XR headset. It has the same chipset as the Quest 3 and the Quest 3S. So it's just in a puck and not in the glasses. So technically, this is a VR headset that is in glasses. That's the closest thing we see right now to a VR headset and glasses, because we have the compute power enough to bring, and they have already stated here, any game that you have on your Google XR, Samsung XR headset will be compatible with these glasses.
How is that going to work?
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's so huge.
Huge.
That's
Now,
crazy.
there are things we don't know. Controllers, will the Google Samsung controllers work with this? How are you going to control these games? Will it only be hand track games? Because they don't mention controllers here at all. So it literally could be, hey, anything that is on the Google Samsung headset that is hand tracked is coming over to these glasses. That could be. That makes a whole bunch of sense.
Or
Because
flat games where you use a controller, like a regular controller.
Right.
Bluetooth, right? It'll have that.
Well, Absolutely, because we're going to talk about that in a second too. But I want to talk mainly real quickly about what this is, because I think it's confusing, Skeeva. I think a lot of people just don't understand because they see that trackpad, and we've seen them before in other display glasses. But this is not just that; it has the compute power of a full VR headset inside a set of glasses. Now, where they're not Meta Ray-Bans and they're not display glasses, is they are chunky looking and they sit away from your eyes because they're not Orion, right? Orion has a different type of display system that will be captured in them. These, you cannot have them as close to your eyes because of the way the displays are set in there. They actually have screens in there. That are, so these aren't projecting, is what I should say. Okay, so the Orion glasses, when the Orion comes, will have projections in the arm that will project an image onto the lenses of the glasses. These actually have displays that are on the lenses of the glasses. That's why it needs to sit away. That's why it needs to sit away from your face a little bit. And they also talk here about the way that the glasses are set up for indoor use. They're dark. And I don't think you'd be able to use them as everyday glasses. So if you're going to put your prescription in them or something like that, I don't think that would function that way. But
a good step forward.
100%. This will be the smallest VR capable headset that we've seen.
Now, the ultimate question is, will Google work with Pokemon Go?
Shit.
To bring that to these glasses.
Dude, could you imagine?
That would be it for me, bro.
What if you could throw
you're doing
the ball with your hand, Skeeva, or do this?
That would be so sick.
I never even thought of that.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Okay. So this is very cool. There are some limitations here, but I don't know of a price. Project Aura is definitely coming in 2026. Google announced it today. Surprising, because technically they're beating Meta to the market that we know. They're beating Meta to the market with Orion. Now, again, Orion has things in here that are better than this. Like I love the idea of Orion with the projections in the arms, and they're more like glasses.
Lenses, having glasses. They're big, they're chunky, but it's all in the glasses.
But Google threw down right here today, or when this came out, it was yesterday. They threw down. They said Project Aura is here. They showed you what it can do. They showed you what it's capable of, what it's in it, and they said it's coming in 2026. As far as I know, or as far as we've been told in the media, Orion was 3 years away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Not anymore.
So my question is, Orion was announced 2 years ago, right?
No, it was last Connect.
Not this past one.
Not this one, but the one before.
So almost 2 years ago.
2024.
Right?
2024, yeah.
Google potentially beats Meta to the market here. Like Google has thrown down here. Like they are all they just
partner with someone who's already made the glasses. That was smart. Right? Visor, we've seen who should have done that. And, we still don't know what the hell is happening to that headset. So the fact that this is coming with Compute Puck in your pocket, partnering with someone who knows the tech, has made the glasses, is successful in that market, but throwing all the horsepower of this XR2 chip in the puck.
Yeah.
The Orion glasses, right, have a very low-powered, very slow chip built into the glasses themselves, and this is
no
a
puck
3 chip in the puck. So it's a good trade-off, and I'll tell you, I'm glad that they kind of partied up with X-Real, because I use my X-Real glasses all the time. I love my X-Real glasses. And their tracking and their spatial awareness that they already have is phenomenal. And now you pair this with an XR3 and a Google OS. Man, this is cool.
This is now like look, I need to see these things. I want to see like how the opacity is in these things. I want to see, how clear the image is, but it looks good in what they were displaying there. If that is those real images, it looks good. Think about this. You could do everything in there. Like they showed you connecting completely right to your laptop, Todd, operating your entire laptop inside of there on screens. You can change and have multiple screens inside of that headset. Think about for entertainment. Forget about having to put a bulky headset on a plane. How about this? You just plug this into your, you don't even need that. You have an XR2 chip in your freaking puck. So you could potentially have stuff already on the, like, you could watch movies, you could watch YouTube, you could, you stream content, anything you could do on your Quest 3, think of for entertainment wise, whether it be gaming or not, you could do it here. And then again, you could hook it right up into you could connect it directly to your laptop and you could play it there. I'll go one better. I would assume that you're going to be able to connect it directly to your Steam Deck or your Nintendo Switch. And then you're not playing it on your little screen anymore here. You're playing it on your glasses with the controller.
And we all do this already, right?
You can
With
do
the
that
XR
already.
Glasses.
No, I know, but this is now it has all of it in one.
Yeah. I think I use my Apple Vision Pro a lot to watch content.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing that I couldn't do so far. Like, I don't do a lot of VR things in my Apple Vision Pro. I watch movies, TikTok, Twitter. Interesting. This is interesting.
But now you can do it with a pair of glasses.
Yeah.
You look at the size of these things. They're tiny.
Well, the Apple Vision Pro is the only thing that I know that seamlessly pairs to a PC. Like to the Mac. Like when I put my Apple Vision Pro on and I open the lid to my Mac, it instantly connects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be able to do that to a Windows PC, which is what they did.
Look at this thing.
Not a thing.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's awesome. Like that. Look at the size of that. That's amazing. And you see it has the camera like right in the middle.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty small. Like if you're going to be able to have VR experiences in that, it's pretty special out of the box. Like that's pretty awesome.
It's a game changer.
Literally, I was shocked when they said that they were going to have an XR2 chip, Gen 2 XR2 chip in that puck, in that little puck. Because we've seen these before, Skeeva. Like a lot of these glasses companies have them. What was it?
Rokid has one. The Rokid Max.
Rokid has them. Yeah. Vitcher has one.
Yeah,
but they don't have any compute power in them. All they are is either a battery or they are a trackpad, basically.
Well, the Rokid ones is an Android device.
Is an Android device?
Yeah, it's got 8 gigs.
It doesn't have any.
Same with that Real. They have the Beam Pro that has Android on it as well.
Yep.
But so they were already ahead of the game. Not an XR2.
No.
So this is a big deal.
Yeah. Very cool. I'm excited for this, man. I really am.
So I wonder if Gen 2 will be like wireless to the puck, right? That's the dream right there, I think.
Ooh, how do we get rid of that, Todd? There we go. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I think, I'm excited for this. And then Skeeva, they had one other thing that I think we have a little clip of, and I'd like to go over this one. This is not to do with the glasses, but this is to do with the headset. And that is this new, oh God, I'm trying to remember what they called it. It was
spatial awareness, I believe.
It was auto spatialization. Yeah, it's a new system for Android, for Google's Android XR in the Samsung headset, and it's called System Auto Spatialization. And what it is, it allows any 2D image or video to be upscaled immediately into 3D. Can we take a look at that, Skeeva?
Let's go.
Most immersive things about headsets is the ability to view things in 3D, merging your physical and digital worlds.
And with the press of a button, I can take these 2D experiences and transform them into an immersive 3D experience.
It really does give you an all-new perspective. You can turn regular 2D content into 3D in real time across multiple apps. And because this is running on the headset, it works with pretty much any app. Just imagine if every game was immersive, every YouTube video was immersive, if the entire web was immersive. That's what auto spatialization can unlock.
Exactly. In this first update, starting to roll out today, you'll have PC Connect and likeness. You also get travel mode, so you can create your own personal cinema, or an immersive workspace while on a flight. System-level auto-spatialization comes next year. Of course, Galaxy XR is the first of a number of exciting devices coming to Android XR. Let's check in with Justin and Andrea to learn more.
Pretty awesome. All right, so auto spatialization, and again, same thing. I don't know if you don't look at this closely enough, it's tough to almost figure out what they're talking about here. But Skeeva, what they're talking about here is, for us, I mean, there's several different things here, but for me, what I'm looking at it directly is, if I want to take that headset and I want to go connect it to my Steam to my PC and play Steam games, now I can use this auto spatialization to take whatever flat game you have on Steam and give it a 3D effect. Now, we've seen this before with Apple. They do it with images.
Yes.
This is the first device, or this is the first piece of software that will ever do it with video. And this is special. Like, can you imagine any game that you have, you can now give it a 3D effect? Yes.
That's the biggest thing, right? It's like you can put your video through something and make it 3D, but to do it in real time, that's crazy.
That's huge, man. Google throwing down.
Yeah.
Like they came in and dropped the mic here today. Crazy.
This is something special. Now, the video that you guys saw that she was showing there, do you know what that was? That was a game. It looked like it was like a 3D map thing, or it was giving you like a shot of a city, right? That was City Skylines. Like that was the game City Skylines being played in 3D. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was the game. So you're seeing what it could look like in that. Again, Skeeva, can we play it one more time? Maybe everybody didn't get a chance to, like, they weren't focusing on that screen, but it's City Skylines with 3D effect now. So imagine playing City Skylines on a flat screen, but now you have 3D effect to it. That's what makes it special. Like, and then not just games. How about your movies and any video you have?
Yeah. Here, I'll play it again real quick.
Yeah, we don't have to play the whole thing. Just that part where they show the
most immersive things about headsets is the ability to view things in 3D, merging your physical and digital worlds.
And with the press of a button, I can take these 2D experiences and
so that on the right, that right there. Can you pause
an
it
immersive 3D experience.
Oop.
Yeah, that's City Skyline?
That's the game, City Skylines.
Oh, it is too. Look at the bottom. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
That's what's special. Crazy. And if you look right next to her, she's got a screen. She has her image in the screen. She's doing the likeness image, which is basically what you use now to talk to other people, right? So it's like
that's their persona.
Their Apple Vision Pro persona. It's the new Google image, and she's talking in it. So she could be on the phone talking with somebody as she's playing City Skylines in virtual reality, or not in virtual reality, but like on the 2D screen, but in her headset, but have 3D effect to it. Like, these are the tasking things that you're going to be able to do. But damn, like, think about any game that you have. Technically, let's just set it here. Arc Raiders. Like, I'm playing right now. Like, I'm playing every game I play flat right now. And I'm playing a ton of flat games currently right now. I'm playing a lot of VR, but I'm playing a lot of flat. Every game that I'm playing in the Apple Vision Pro, I could just go get this headset now, and I could actually have them in 3D effect, like on a big screen in front of me, instead of just doing on a flat screen. That changes things. Like, that changes a lot of things, and like that gets us closer, Todd, to what we might see in the future, which is that seamless transition that we have been talking about, which is playing a traditional flat game, maybe in a 3D effect, and then hitting a button, and then it just completely surrounds you and immerses you, and now you're in VR, right? Like, that's the ultimate goal, is getting to that spot where there is no friction, there is only a button press, and you're in Ready Player One.
Yeah, that would be insane.
This is super interesting
too, right? Like, right now you can watch on Apple Vision Pro, you can watch an Avengers movie while sitting inside of Tony Stark's tower,
right? Which is cool,
which is super cool. But just imagine be able to, in your own house, watch every movie you want in 3D.
Yeah,
not just those that were filmed in 3D.
Somebody was just saying the other day, I saw a comment on Facebook, they were pissed off because Tron Ares is on Apple. as on the Apple Vision Pro, but it's around Apple TV, but it's not available in 3D. Just because Disney hasn't released it yet in 3D, because they wait until they put it on Disney Plus.
Right.
But can you imagine if you could beat the system here and you don't have to worry about it because you used your Samsung Google XR headset and you made it your own 3D with it?
That's cool.
That
And one of many XR products coming to the Google line, she says, at the end of that.
Google, I'm telling you right now, Google is dropping a gauntlet. Like this is not the days of Google like testing things. This, getting in, getting out, like having, getting cold feet. Like they are, I believe they are all in what they're doing here now. Like this, especially now that they've entered the Google, Google has entered the operating system market with the Android XR. Samsung will not be the only headset that you see Google XR in, by the way. And that's kind of what I think she's alluding to here. I think they've alluded to it. Google is an operating system, just like the Meta has their own operating system, right? Like we've seen this Meta Xbox headset. We're going to see, and Meta has opened up their system, their operating system. So we'll see other manufacturers making Meta operated headsets.
Yeah, but I was just going to say that 2 years ago, they said that was going to happen. We were going to get an Asus headset. We were going to get a Lenovo headset. We were going to get an Xbox headset. This is just a green, black Quest 3. Like this is not an Xbox headset.
This stuff takes time. I mean, this is Android XR. This is Android that just like every phone company puts Android on their phones, besides Apple, right? Like Samsung, OnePlus, all of these phones. This is for headsets. This is Android XR. Yep. So you can they want to be the operating system that controls the headsets, kind of like Meta talked about having Horizon OS be licensable for other headsets. We don't know why we haven't seen other headsets yet. They probably are coming. And we will definitely see some other Android XR headsets for sure.
That's what I'm saying though. Like Meta has promised this and talked about it with their Asus and their Lenovo, but Samsung's doing it. Like this is
it's not Samsung. Google is, and Samsung is the very first.
It's not Samsung. I meant Google. You're right. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, we'll see. If we do see Google,
well, we already got 2 devices. They're already ahead of.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting there. I mean, they have the XR now, X-Real now, and Samsung that they partner with, and we're about. We don't know when this is coming in 2026. And look, Meta could drop these headsets in 2026, or not Meta, but like whoever the manufacturers are could drop these Meta operated system headsets in 2026. It's possible. We'll see. I think more likely we're going to see more Google stuff, which is cool. This is surprising. Like again, Google has kind of dropped the gauntlet here a little bit. Like what they're doing here with this and being the overall operating system, I think is pretty cool. And like being able to have these games, movies in headset with this 3D effect now, I think is something special. I mean, I'm sure we'll see other people do it, but to have Google come out of the box and be one of the first ones that does it, I think is pretty awesome. I don't know, man, guys. I don't know what to say other than I don't know. Like, we better see some really cool stuff come out of Meta. Like, we really better. Like, and next year, like, we're gonna see this glasses. We're gonna see these glasses come out. We're gonna see, them doing upgrades to their operating system. Who knows what other headsets we see it come into? Having Google in the market is something we've asked for a long time from other people. Now we're not there yet with like the price of a Quest 3 or anything like that. We're still a ways from that. And Meta's still going to dominate that market, but like having other players here, big news for us.
Yeah, and we do know that Apple is concentrating on getting their glasses solution out as well, on top of small upgrades to their XR headset, right? So these are major companies. This is Google, Apple, Meta. These are major, huge companies that are all about XR. They're invested in it. They see the future, and they're moving forward. There's not a future here where this stuff doesn't get better, lighter, cheaper. I mean, this is where it's at.
So what are your thoughts on Meta? Kind of bringing full circle to the thumbnail. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I mean, you can pose. Go ahead and finish posing your whole question.
Like, I know we're seeing all this, like you say, the gauntlets dropping from Google. Did that affect Meta's decision to bring the Quest 4 back to the forefront of development and kind of table their XR glasses that we were all, like the Orion, if that's what it was? Now that we've seen this XR glasses, is that news from 3 days ago going to be different news 3 days from now? Like, this is a weird time to be in this industry, I think.
Yeah, it is. It is. No, 100% it is. And here's what I'll say about that. Meta's like any other company. Things change constantly. So like these reports, Quest 4 is dead, Quest 4 is alive, Quest 4 is dead. Like, oh, it's back on, it's back off. It happens all the time. Like it's constant. Like there are 20 different prototypes in there, and Google and Apple and Sony, Steam. Everybody has 20 different prototypes that they might be working on at one different time or another, and things get killed and then brought back to life all the time. My personal opinion, I think they always had plans for a Quest 4. I don't think it ever died. I think it was always there. I think some of the priorities may have shifted to the glasses or to like a mixed reality headset at some point that it sounds like they're going to delay maybe until 2027, early 2027. But I don't think that affected the Quest 4 in any way. And I'll do you one better. I don't think the Quest 4 is coming.
At all.
I don't think the Quest 4 is coming at all. And I'll drop the bombshell right now. That doesn't mean I don't think there's another gaming headset coming. I think there is a gaming headset coming. It will not be called a Quest. I think we've seen our last Quest. So that's why on the thumbnail I say Quest 4 is dead or is alive or is it coming? I think Quest is over. And the reason I say that, and again, I have no other knowledge of this, I promise you, other than this is my opinion. I think the Quest is synonymous with a headset, a very large, clunky, white, big, huge thing on your face that has its battery in the back that's heavy, or in the front that's heavy as shit, that's hot, that's uncomfortable. And if you call it a Quest, it has that ring to it, and people have an expectation of what a Meta Quest headset is. This next headset, I think, is going to be so much lighter, so much smaller, so much more powerful that they don't even want to call it a Quest. It'll be a new line of headset that they'll call something different, whatever name they come up with for it, and that will be the new goggles.
The new
forward.
lineup.
Headset. The day of the headset is over. Headset sounds like I put a TV on my head, right? I put a TV headset on my head. I want a pair of virtual reality glasses, or I want a pair of virtual reality goggles, and that's way smaller and lighter. And again, this is strictly my opinion, and you guys can comment here on that. But I do think we will absolutely see a new virtual reality focused, controller based gaming headset coming from Meta. And it'll be small, it'll be light, it'll be more powerful than what we have now, but it won't be a Quest. And I don't think that's ever changed for them. I don't think that's ever changed.
Imagine if they learn their lesson and they come out and this new device or their new glasses are called the Oculus.
Can you imagine?
That would be
imagine that, and they welcome Palmer back in open arms. Come back, Palmer.
That'd be great.
Can you imagine that,
Palmer?
You never know, because he is working with them.
Yeah,
apparently.
Yeah.
So you never know. But I mean, like all these years later, and you watch podcasts, you listen to people, and everyone still says the Oculus. Like they had such brand awareness that every company in the world tries for, and threw it away, and still people could not switch over to be calling it the Quest. So that is pretty funny.
Yep, for sure. A lot of people saying in chat, like, I do want bigger FOV. And just so we realize, when I say goggles, I don't think glasses. So I don't think this will be this form factor of what we're seeing here from Google. I do think it will be closer to like what the big screen beyond is. That's what I'm thinking size-wise. And 100%, again, my opinion, 100%, there's no way we're putting a battery nor compute power back in these things. It's going to be in a puck. It's going to be like what you see from here, from Google or it's going to be what you see from the Apple Vision Pro. There is no way that we're putting all that stuff back in a small headset. And I get it. People are like, well, I don't want to wear a puck. But like, it's not that big of a deal. They're not heavy. You stick them in your pocket, stick them in your lap. I never have a problem with. I've had pucks on several different things I've had now, and the one I use the most is my Apple Vision Pro. I've just had zero problems ever having to put it somewhere. I can stick it anywhere.
The only problem I've had, I wear it a lot, and I walk around my house with it on while I'm watching movies or cooking, and I hook it on cabinets, doors, drawers, fucking constantly. I've gone and tucked it down my shirt.
That's what I was going to give you as a fix. Yeah, I've done the same thing. I'll either loop the open end through my belt loop and then plug it in sometimes to keep it like hooked around my waist so it doesn't get dangle, or I'll run it up through my shirt like you said.
I do it up through my shirt and then plug it in. Then you look like a Secret Service member, but at least I don't hang myself on a doorknob or something.
Yeah.
I've already ripped one of the ends off a battery. I have one battery that doesn't work anymore.
But look, if this is a gaming focused headset, how much are you moving around your house anyway? You're going to be you're going to be playing Senua's Sacrifice while you're cooking dinner in your kitchen. You're going to be sitting on the couch anyway.
Well, if this is going to replace my Apple Vision Pro, I'm going to do both.
Maybe. I mean, this is again, don't get me wrong. I think this will be an entertainment device, yes, but I definitely think it will be mainly a gaming focused device. So, and I shouldn't say gaming, like it's going to be an entertainment focused device. It will be. You can watch movies. You can play 2D gaming. You can, you can play VR. Every bit of VR gaming that you can play. I think that will all be there, but it won't be. This is my workflow headset. It won't be that.
Technoglitch says I ever dropped the puck. Yes, I've dropped my puck many times, and it's yanked it out of the headset.
Yeah, I have too. And they're pretty durable. I mean, the Apple Vision Pro ones are pretty durable. I've never had a problem. I have a big old freaking dent and chip out of mine.
I've ruined one battery.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. It won't. It charges, but it won't turn the headset on.
Now, the only thing that's different with that, and I'll say this right up the bat, the Apple Vision Pro has no compute power in the battery. It's only a battery, right? So all the compute power is in the headset. So I don't know how durable something would be if it had a freaking chip in it and it had compute power in it. Like we'd have to see what that'll be like.
Well, the other thing with that is that you'd be putting a compute device that gets very hot in your pocket, and then the airflow is gone. So it's a curious situation there, right? We're all trying to everyone's trying to get these things to breathe and take care of the thermal issues. You stick it in your pocket. I don't know how that works.
But again, if you're moving around, yes, gaming. I never stick mine in my pocket. Like when I'm gaming, because again, on tonight, I'm gonna go down in my bed and I'm gonna get in bed with my wife, and she's probably gonna be sleeping. So I will open my laptop, I'll put my headset on, and I'll lay the puck next to me, and I'll play.
Yeah, but if you're gonna play RoboQuest on this new device, you're gonna have to stick it in your pocket.
Yeah, because
I'm saying this is different. This is different types of gaming and entertainment. Yes, but hey, I play RoboQuest seated all the time.
True.
Yeah, but a lot of people are going to put it in their pocket. You know what I mean? It's a natural thing. They make it the shape to fit in a pocket very well.
No, and I do when I'm walking around with it, like the Apple Vision Pro. If I'm walking around, that's going to go in my pocket. So I don't want to carry it in my hand. And that's just the battery, but it never gets hot. I can tell you that. Like not too hot. I mean, it's warm. It never gets hot.
Yeah, if you put a processor in there, I think that's going to be a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they do have those slings, like Apple Vision Pro accessories. You can get a sling that, like a messenger bag that it can go in. That's meshy, so that it would be breathable. I definitely see issues with like hardcore VR gaming with a puck. Having tether is one thing.
I would rather have it. I would rather have it anywhere but in the headset.
Oh, I agree. I'm not saying it's.
I'd rather you stick it up my ass than put it in the headset. clip that, Mark, and put it in the next YouTube short. Stick the puck up Todd's ass because he doesn't want to have to put it in the headset.
Mark, if you make another video about me, you're fired.
Mark, Skeeva, with the Twitch stream, go clip it. I'm telling you right now, like literally, I hear what you're saying, and I agree to the point where yes, I think it's going to have some heat problems, or not problems. We're going to have some heat issues. I still would rather have it somewhere else than on my head. I don't want the weight anymore. Like still, I don't want the weight. I don't want the heat. If you could think about this. We have a time of the year where we force how many people around the world out of the headset. We talk about this as a company all the time. When would we never want to launch a game? Summertime.
In the summer. Yeah.
Why? Because nobody's in headsets. Too fucking hot. I don't want to put a freaking heat box on my head when it's 90 degrees in my house. I mean, and look, a lot of us in the world have air conditioning, but a lot of us in the world don't.
Yep.
So if you're in a house where it's 90 degrees outside, 95 degrees outside, you have zero air movement, you're in your house, you're just sitting there sweating. Do you want to put your VR headset on and go play 2 hours or 3 hours of RoboQuest?
I hear that from my UK friends all the time that central AC just isn't really a thing there, so they just don't play much VR in the summer. And that's a lot of the world.
Yeah.
So,
but if you made it to the point where I'm not any hotter, it's small, it's lightweight, I don't have any, and there's no heat problems on my face anymore, I can throw it on. I'm not going to be hotter than I was before anyway. That's different. That's a game changer for a lot of people. There's just a lot of people that don't want to put it on. Doesn't matter how hot it is. They're like, I just don't feel like having to put it on. But if it's small and if it's lightweight and there's no fan system in it to like be right around my head with a big fan that I'm here running.
Can you imagine this with a puck?
That's what again, let's not call it a Quest 4, but that's what that's what I'm telling you, what I think it's going to be, what we're going to see.
That would be very cool.
That's when we get closer to mainstream, guys. That's when we get closer to having everybody in the world have one of these. If I give you that, if I give you that with a puck for $500, and I give you this Gen 3 XR2 chip that can run low-level computer, or mid-level PC graphics, and I say that you can do traditional gaming, VR gaming, watch YouTube on huge screens in a different world, and I'm going to give you you can work in this headset. You can do a whole bunch of stuff in this headset, but it's lightweight and it's $500.
Yeah. And look, Qualcomm, we don't talk about Qualcomm very often, but the XR2 as a chip has been out for a long time now.
Way long.
XR3 has to be right around the corner.
100%.
And the XR3 is probably going to be very comparable to, a somewhat modern GPU, not like a 50 series or anything, but I think we're going to start
30?
to get to the point where, like when we get an XR3, I think we're going to be, to the point where we can run some mid-level PC games that are going to look phenomenal. They're working on stuff, man. They are an incredible company. They are a huge threat to companies like Intel. And they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop innovating. So I'm really looking forward to whatever they come out with next as well. And all of these, who knows? Maybe we got a lot of these headsets. Maybe a lot of the Quest and the Meta Horizon stuff. Maybe everyone's waiting for that new chipset too. Who knows?
Yeah,
what happens?
I mean, if you think about that, Todd, show that headset again. The form factor of the big screen beyond. And then look at what we just saw from the Google Aura, right? How close are we from that? How close are we even from that to the Google Aura? And it's just a pair of glasses that maybe have a side on them, right? Maybe a little side on the glasses. So you can go into VR mode and not have like the opening. But like, we're not that far away, guys. If we can do that with Todd, if we can do that right now, what Todd's showing with a puck, right? We're not that far away from just glasses. Then it's a game changer, literally. And then what if it's not even wired anymore, Skeeva? What if it's a puck, but you don't have to have the wire? You just stick the puck in your pocket. It's wireless. How far away are we from that?
Its own 6G little receiver in there.
6G receiver, the puck can be 30 feet away on your desk. It doesn't have to be in your pocket.
Yep.
Plugged into the wall over on the desk, and you can play VR for hours with no wires.
How far are we away from not needing the puck at all? And we just cloud stream.
That's an interesting question, because there are people that can do that very well. The problem is, like we're talking about, in different parts of the world, things are very different. So, that is completely reliant on the internet architecture that is all over the place.
Yeah, but I do see a spot in the world with whatever company.
Oh yeah.
we are going to see like Starlink quality internet everywhere, where you're not going to be able, like, you'll go to nowhere in the world where you'll have internet issues, and you'll have 6G. You'll have, by that time, you'll have 7G be like the standard, and like internet will not be a problem at that point. Like and like, look, I'm not talking this is next year, but I'm talking like,
probably not too far off. A couple years, 3 years.
No, couple. Yeah, I'm saying like 2-3 years from now. Like,
we will get there. We're moving towards that future. We will absolutely get there. Who knows when that will be worldwide, where the majority have that technology? Could be a couple of years, could be 5. I don't know, but we're heading in that direction, no doubt. No doubt.
It is. So, guys, I kind of dominated that there. I apologize. I want to get your takes on the Quest 4. That was that was solely my opinion. That's just me and what I think. And again, no knowledge and no insider knowledge. I'm telling you right now. I'm giving you my opinion. I know nothing more than that. But yeah, you guys take it away. Either Todd, Skeeva, you guys go first. What do you guys think about Quest 4? Agree, disagree, have a different idea? What do you say?
Go for it, Todd.
Well, I think you've made me a little more inquisitive. The fact I never really, in my mind, smaller puck, different form factor, all those things. The next Quest 4 is going to be those things. I think it's going to look very much different than the Quest. But I never thought of them actually branching off into another brand, another, ecosystem, really. Like, this becomes the Hyundai of headsets, or whatever they're going to call it.
The Meta Hyundai?
Yeah, whatever.
I love it.
They're all made over there, so that's an interesting theory. I think there's a lot of brand awareness with Quest. I don't necessarily think that it means toaster on your face. I think it just means standalone VR. So would it be smart to abandon the Quest lineup at this stage of the game for this device, a gaming device? Perhaps. The glasses, definitely not Quest related whatsoever. Leave them with displays, or leave them with Orion, whatever that code name's going to turn into. But should the Quest ecosystem stick around? I think I would like to see it stick around. I think a Quest 4 is exciting. I think the
name you mean?
Yeah, to have that in my head as the next iteration is going to be that much better. Like, the jump between Quest 2 and 3 was a lot. That was a big jump. To have that style of jump or more, as technology advances, the new versions of phones and things that come out aren't the same, 20% better than the last one. It's 20% better than the last one, and the next one's 40% better than the last one. And, it kind of exponentially grows, and you get better devices. But would a Quest, I don't know. I think it's still going to be a Quest 4. But I think you're right on its form factor and its look and a puck. I agree with all that. I think that's what's going to happen.
Well, yeah, and don't get me wrong, giving up a name is not easy. Like, I don't think they do this. If they do it, I don't think they do it lightly. Like, giving up a name, like Quest, like we all thought in the beginning, they'll never lose the Oculus name because Oculus is synonymous with VR. And then they went to Meta, but they still kept it the Quest, right? And that's because we had the Quest as synonymous with VR. And they have worked very, very hard over the last 5 years or 6 years now, how long we've had the Quest out there, to make sure that the Quest is synonymous with virtual reality. Giving up that name, I'm sure, is not easy, but they did it. They did it when they went from Facebook to Meta. They did it when they got rid of Oculus.
But when they got rid of Oculus, the market was extremely small, right? Like, there's 10 million Quest 2s in the market. They didn't have that kind of saturation when it was an Oculus. Diehard knew it was an Oculus.
But you don't think that Meta, being the Meta and who they are, they couldn't come out with the Meta Genesis and have that be the new?
I think they could. I just don't know if that would be smart.
Yeah, I don't know either. And again, I'm kind of like going on both sides here. But it's again, I agree. It's not easy giving up a name brand. That would be like
Genesis does have a nice ring to it.
That would be like Sony getting rid of the PlayStation and going to something else as their
just because they came out with a fancier version of the PlayStation. Do they abandon that?
But I think they don't do that because PlayStation is not. Again, I think Meta wants to get away from what the downside of that is. PlayStation doesn't really have downside. It's a console, right? Like, it's great. So again, there is downsides to the Quest ecosystem, or not the ecosystem, but the Quest form factor and the fitness of it. So
But is it just lipstick and band-aids? Like, is it? It's going to have the same Meta OS. It's going to have the same store, the same issues with Horizon Worlds and all the rest of the problems.
I think it's
just rebranding the headset's not going to.
I think it's truly form factor. That's all. They just want to. They want to get rid of the whole idea of the headset. And again, this is just my opinion, but you could be right. Again, it's hard building a new brand almost at that point. Skeeva, what are your thoughts?
I mean, this is interesting because we keep seeing images like this, right? So we know,
huge, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but it's flat, right?
It is flat.
So
that's cool.
we know they're working on things, and we know, and they've been very open with like kind of showing off prototypes and talking about the things they're working on. And just because we see images like that doesn't mean that's the final form factor, or they're not going to start cutting out hardware and stick it in a puck and make it really thin and small. And what you're talking about here is public perception. People hear VR and they think big, heavy, bulky headset. They think, oh, I can't do that. I get motion sickness. Like if they moved away and they tried a different marketing tactic, maybe they kind of get more people to hop back in and try a new thing. I would just urge them to be very careful for when they do that, to make sure that they have make sure that they've really addressed a lot of the problems that the public has been complaining about. And because you can only do this so many times before it's kind of like the boy who cried wolf. So I really want to see them figure out. I would love to see like a big screen headset with a puck, and that's all you need. That would be super, super sick. But we also have to really tackle things like FOV. We got to figure out how to make people not motion sick. Like that is the biggest thing. To this day, people ask, oh, what do you do for work? I tell them I work in VR, and they're like, oh, that's awesome, but I can't do that. I get so sick. To this day, I can't even believe it. It's crazy to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
so a lot of those people, though, I think probably tried a Google Cardboard.
They did
7 years ago and have not tried anything since.
Yeah, and maybe like what Eric's saying about removing the perception of the old and starting with something new, that maybe then people don't think that, and maybe the people that would not buy a Quest 4 would buy this next thing because they don't think those things are going to happen. I don't know, maybe. It's very, very, it's a very interesting concept, and it's a very interesting to think of.
A new product maybe with XR instead of VR.
Yeah, I mean, eventually this stuff is going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be in time for the Quest 4. I don't know, but we will not have these giant bulky headsets forever. We are going thinner and smaller every single year. We trim off size, we trim off weight. They're trying to figure out how to get more compute and more battery into smaller sizes with color and flatter lenses and high definition displays. Like thinner, lighter, and smaller is where we're going. I don't know when we get to a point where like we see like the Google Aura and that is the VR headset that we all wear. You know what I mean? Maybe that's coming really soon. I don't know, but everyone's trying to figure it out. And when you have, we've talked about 3 multi-trillion-dollar companies, 3 multi-trillion-dollar companies trying to solve this problem. They're going to make progress, and they're not going to stop, and they're going to figure this shit out eventually. It's going to happen. Is it in time for the Quest 4? I don't know, but I'm super stoked about that future, and I can't wait. Either way, I want to see what's next. If I had a time machine, I'd go take peeks.
Sure. I want to do that.
So stoked for the future.
I want to take peeks. Yeah, it's exciting for me. Like again, I think Skeeva mentioned this earlier. Gaming in general. And VR is part of that, of course, as a microcosm of gaming. Been a tough couple of years, and it's in a weird spot because again, we've seen great games coming out. We've seen new headsets. We've seen manufacturers jump back into the market. But when you're seeing like all these other companies going, we can't, all these studios going, we can't survive. We can't, we can't continue to make games. Again, traditional gaming and VR gaming. It gets you like a little bit weird, but for me, and I think for Skeeva and Todd, being having our livelihood be in part of this industry, and then we get to see the trends and how things are going. And when we see companies like Google and Meta and Valve and Apple, and then the hardware manufacturers like Asus and Samsung and others jumping into the ring, um, I don't think it's going anywhere. Like, I think there's not a world where everybody wants to say, oh, VR's dead. We've heard this many, many times.
Since 2016.
It's not going to ever be dead because, and it may go into lulls. I mean, we've seen this before, like PC gaming. Everyone want to claim that PC VR gaming is dead. Well, it's all standalone now. Everything PC VR is dead. PlayStation VR gaming is dead. Like, it is dead until all of a sudden somebody decides that doesn't want it to be dead anymore, and then all of a sudden it gets a revive, right? Like PlayStation lowered its price now; it's cheaper than any other time to get in there, and people are being able to jump in cheaply and see all the amazing experiences there. And now it's having a resurgence. PC VR gaming, it's gotten cheaper to get PCs now. It's easier to do, and more people have them. And all of a sudden, PC VR gaming is becoming a thing again, and we're seeing, having games have more success there. And then, we continue to see the quest to, be successful. So while it's not perfect and not exactly where we want to be, I think we see the light at the end of the tunnel. And then when we see commitment from these companies, and we still have some outliers, Pico, still outliers. So still poking, their nose in what we're doing here and trying to do. They have a new headset coming in 2026. Pimax continues to make headsets and try to be the high end. Big Screen's still making headsets. I think they've talked about another big screen headset coming. God, for Stan, big old Stan's got another Lynx headset.
Another Lynx is coming.
Wild.
I'd love Stan. I'd love to get my first headset that I backed. That would be great.
That'd be great, Stan.
Stan, before you put your second headset out, could you send me my first one that I paid $800 for? And
I've paid for my $1,000 visor that I don't think I'm ever going to see.
Our buddy Renji, when's that coming, Renji?
No idea.
Like in 2016, I remember you saying, Eric, and this is very much the same thing for me, that we'd always been gamers and we've loved gaming. The things started to get a little stale. Jumps from consoles weren't exciting anymore, right? VR came out and it sparked this whole new love of gaming. It got us excited for the future again, excited for being immersed into gaming. And now we're seeing a lull over all of gaming. This isn't a VR problem. This is all of gaming. All of these companies know this, right? That like things are going to start to get stagnant unless they figure out some innovation here. And a lot of what we're seeing with a lot of this headset innovation and glasses and things like this, these companies know that we have to go in a direction like this in order to keep this market as healthy as it's ever been. So we're going to see some amazing things coming up. We have to, because like we have to kickstart the video game industry again, like with a pair of freaking shock paddles, like, when you have a heart attack, what are those things called, right? Like we have to get people excited again. We have to get innovation to where people are like, oh, PlayStation 6. I don't know anyone that's real. Like somebody's talked about PlayStation 6. I don't know anyone that's super stoked about it. How much better can it possibly get? It's just not going to. We need things like these headsets. We need this headset innovation. We need smaller, faster, better, more immersive. We're moving forward here quickly, and I don't know what exactly is coming next, but I do know that gaming is too big to let the profits kind of fade off. Right. And everyone wants this next big thing, and everyone wants the next big computing platform too. So it's like this crazy intersection of computing and gaming. And I think we are going to be very surprised and excited with some of the newer things that are going to be coming in the next few years, 2 years, 5 years. I don't know, but something has to happen, and all these companies know it, and they all have their wallets.
They've all got skin in the game. They've all got something to lose if this doesn't happen. So
right, exactly.
Agreed. Yeah, and I think all these companies have the forethought to know where we're going, and guys, the day of this is very limited.
Mm-hmm.
Cell phone is very limited. So you forget about the VR headset being dead. The day of having a clunky old cell phone that you have to look and do this, or you have to look and do this, or you got to do this is over. Like within
It will be
2 years, you're probably going to see your cell phone go away. Doesn't mean you may have to have something on you, but like the days of like having this be the be all end all of how you view is over. Like it's going to go away. That's the dinosaur. The cell phone is the dinosaur. And companies like Google and Apple and Meta, who's always wanted to be in the phone industry, by the way, ever since Apple jumped in, have seen that long time ago. And that's one of the biggest reasons I think originally Facebook decided to do virtual reality gaming is they knew they couldn't get it. They tried to do the cell phone thing. They wanted to be Apple at one point, and they couldn't get on that bandwagon. They were too late. And that's why I think they pivoted into VR, and that probably has been always their thing of how do we become the next cell phone. And virtual reality was a stepping stone to that. I think if you talk to people like Michael Abrash and John Carmack, this is the stuff that they always thought we were going to see. I just think they thought we would see it a little bit sooner than now. But we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, guys, super interesting. This has been one of my favorite shows. Like we've been getting into a lot of cool stuff with gaming and stuff like that, but I love talking hardware. I always have. Todd can attest to this. Anytime that new hardware was coming, I would always get giddy and do these shows because hardware is, for me, I get like what I can't remember who said it earlier. You don't want a headset every year, but getting new hardware for me is innovation. It's moving things forward. It's the step to what comes next, right? So that's why I love hardware. It's not even about what the current hardware that we see is coming. It's about that's the step that we need to take to get to the next hardware. And that's why I get excited because it's more steps. So this was a fun episode, guys.
This was super fun.
Definitely.
Cool. All right, let's say one more thing about games before we go. Deadzone Rogue. I have 101 hours in it now, guys.
Nice.
You're catching up to me.
I am not kidding. I have
Battlefield. Holy crap!
I have what did I say last week? I don't even remember.
I think you said 55 hours.
Yeah.
All right. So just so nobody thinks I'm full of shit, let me show it.
I'm 207 into Battlefield 6. You're catching me.
Damn.
That's
that's the wrong screen. How do I get rid of that, Todd?
I don't know why you shared that screen.
I know, right? Window. There we go. Here we go. Does that work? Nope.
You're not sharing anything.
Well, how dare me?
There we go.
Screen.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Look at this.
What are you at? Up at the top there. 101. Wow.
101.3 hours.
You are catching me. Holy crap.
There you go. Deadzone Rogue. If you guys haven't played it yet, go play it. It's awesome. I've only got 34 out of the 51 achievements done. It's super good. It's a good game. Yeah. It's a lot, guys. That's a lot.
That is a lot, and I cannot figure out for the life of me where you're finding time to play this much.
Right?
I'm not sleeping, literally. I'm not sleeping.
You work like 23 and a half hours a day. Where does this time come from?
Yeah.
He's good at multitasking.
I'm telling you, literally what happens. What happens now is I'm working until 11. I had my last meeting at 11. I was meeting with Natasha and Jasmine at 11:30 last night. That was our last meeting. I got done. I went into bed and I put the game on and I played for 3 hours.
Oh my god!
And I went up and got up and went to the gym at 6. So, but yeah, no, I'm just not sleeping. That's all you can do.
Yeah,
this happens to me when I get hooked into a game. That's like when I get hooked into a game, that I'm like, holy shit, I love this game.
Tarkov was your last big addiction, flat game wise.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I was
big addiction.
Yeah. That was like this. Yeah. Skeeva, we had hundreds of hours in Tabor too. Remember when we got into
Todd? Tabor? I know, dude. I know so many.
What was that other one? Fast travel games.
That game.
Oh, not fast travel. You're thinking of Vertigo with
Vertigo,
after the fall. Yeah. I probably have as many hours in After the Fall as I do in Tarkov or in
Ghost.
You have more After the Fall hours.
Then Ghost of Tabor. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, then Ghost of Tabor. Oh, I thought you meant.
I probably have more hours in After the Fall than any other game. I think.
Yeah,
I love that game.
I love that game too.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I love it.
We did a couple like 12-hour marathon streams.
Oh, we did a charity stream. We did it. Well, I streamed for 24 hours straight for breast cancer awareness. Yeah. And I think I want to say we raised like 5K or something, 6K or something like that, Todd.
Something like that, yeah.
We did. Yeah, remember there was a 24-hour live stream of After the Fall, and I had Skeeva came in and played. Yep. I had Skeeva and Alex come and play. GT came in and played.
We had tons of people.
There was a whole bunch of people. Mateo came in and played, and kind of did a guest appearance during that stream. Z Storm came in and played. That was a blast way back when. My quest was ready to melt off my face when it was done.
Man, we were so good at that game too.
I know.
Sometimes I jump back in and I just get I try to hop in a nightmare or whatever, and just get slaughtered now.
Oh yeah. Oh man, love that game. Love that game. We need something. We need another.
We should do a resurgence of that. We should just do a couple-hour stream here on the channel and get some more people back in After the Fall.
We definitely should. Me and you got it not too long ago. Remember?
Yeah, we did
something maybe a month ago or something like that, and just to check it out, we had a blast in there.
So fun.
Oh, I wish we could have stayed in longer. We should do it though. We should do a couple streams, get some more people back into it. 4-player co-op. I mean, horde mode, running through, nightmare mode, like you said, doing the levels. Man, super cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'd love to do? Busy. I would love to zip out all my memory and start from scratch, Skeeva.
Oh my god, I know.
Can we do that? Can that be done?
Yeah, you can just delete your save file from the headset.
No, but it's in the cloud.
Oh, they cloud save?
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be a way to zip out your thing, because that's what I would want to do. I'd want to start from scratch.
I mean, because it's kind of like I got everything in the Steam version, and then I moved to the Quest version, and then I got everything in the Quest version, and then I started on the PlayStation version to try to get everything in there, and I got a little far on that, but it's so good that you just want to keep doing that, starting over, and it's so good. What a freaking good game, man.
Yeah, maybe that's what we do is we start over on the PlayStation, because I don't think I'm very far on the PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm not super far on that either.
That would be special.
I never played it on the PlayStation.
That's because you're bald.
It's true.
And you hate the PlayStation.
I saw somebody using
a
VR2 with a baseball cap on. What did you say?
Say it again. Skeeva said you had a puck up your ass.
Yeah, you got a puck up your butt.
Clip it, Mark.
Mark, don't you dare.
Oh my god, it's gonna be great. I can't wait for that clip. Can't wait. All right, guys, it's long in the show. It's 11:41 p.m. for me tonight. I had a blast doing this show. It was great. I think we're gonna be back next Tuesday. Another show.
Skeeva and I have a topic we want to talk about: AI, robots, all kinds of cool crap. So we're gonna try and steal a segment away next episode.
Do it. We'll make that one of the main segments. I want to get back into some AI stuff. Next week. And that was one of the things I was going to bring up, and I forgot to during the glasses part of Google. And I'll hit on this one thing before we go. Google going up against Meta with the glasses, and here's where Google has the upper hand. Gemini is way fucking better than Llama.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have Gemini in these glasses, as you saw in that video.
Yep.
That's a big, huge leg up for Google. So Meta better start coming with the better. And I think
has come out with new versions of Alexa. I don't know if you guys have seen those yet. If you've updated your devices, way smarter. We had a lot to talk about with this whole world of
AI. Yeah, they have invested in Claude. They're using Claude for things, nice. and all of my Google smart speakers just upgraded to full Gemini capability, and it's super sick. And look, Llama is not. Meta's not stopping with Llama. They are trading new models. And the cool thing with Llama is it's open source, right? And that's freaking huge. So if they can get a really good version of Llama that's open source that competes with the new Gemini and stuff, oh my god, man, what an exciting future!
It is. Let's make sure we touch on this next week. I'd love to talk about more of the AI models that we see around, and what is really killing it and what's really cutting edge right now.
I bought a new pair of AI glasses.
Let's look at that. Let's compare. I would love to compare Llama a little bit with Gemini, because I do believe that Llama is okay. It's okay. And I use it in my glasses, so it's okay. Gemini's way better.
way better.
100%.
Yeah.
All right.
Gemini is the #1 model right now. It's better than ChatGPT. It's better than Claude.
Yes.
It's better than everything.
But
nothing compares with it right now.
And I don't want to go down the rabbit hole because we didn't end the show. But
Yeah.
don't we see that kind of like don't we see like all these companies boomeranging? Like all of a sudden, this one's here and then this one's here and then this one's here. So like, are we ever going to have one that just like goes out in front of everybody so much that like they become the be all end all one, or is that Skynet?
Tune in next week.
That's probably Skynet.
Skynet is going to be the be all end all.
Skynet.
All right.
Did you hear me? I bought a new pair of AI glasses as well.
You did?
That aren't Meta glasses.
Oh boy.
Ooh,
All
are
right.
you going to tell us? We're going to wait till next week.
Well, hold that till next week for sure.
Yep.
Hold that till next week.
Yep.
All right, guys. We appreciate you being here. Thanks. We'll see you next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time again for the next episode of Reality Bytes. You heard all the cool stuff we got coming. For Todd and Skeeva, I'm Eric. Peace out. Do you have a maple leaf tattooed on your hand?
I do not have maple leaf.
I thought that was like a Canadian law that everybody gets branded with a.
It's a birthmark. It's not a tattoo. We're just born that way.
Birthmark.
We've had so many people DMing us and leaving comments on our YouTube videos about how terrible Trombone Champ's gonna do and the company's gonna go bankrupt. To see it do so well on launch day was just like, you know what? That guy can kiss my ass.
You look. You lose 85 pounds. You shave your beard. You put some glasses on. People are like, oh, it's not even. They don't look like you anymore.
Yeah, what the fuck? Get fat and grow a beard, damn it.
Like he's already biased because he didn't get what he wanted. He wanted Alien Isolation. If you want Alien Isolation, asshole, go play Alien Isolation. I very firmly believe that there's many games out there that are epically great flat games.